For details, some restrictions apply.
Unlock a world of opportunity with the Transportation Assistance Program's free certification classes. Get certified in forklifts, flagging, and essential soft skills. Attend our free one-day training on October 27th or 28th from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Bryant Center, 2200 North Bryant. Lunch included. Register now. Space is limited. kvsp.com. That's kvsp.com. This is a product of the Oklahoma Department of Transportation.
Greetings, MJ's Bail Bonds here. I am a bail bond service here in Oklahoma, servicing 20 of the 77 counties. Where am I located? 1330 North Classen Boulevard in Suite G40. Why am I here? I'm here to service any family that has a loved one detained in the Oklahoma County Detention Center. I'm on call 24/7. You call me, we will answer. 405-479-6648. That's 479-6648. MJ's Bail Bonds, freedom when you need it most.
Let's take a look around the NFL. 3 games active right now. Cardinals up on the 49ers, 15-13 in San Francisco. Cardinals have the football. Bears handling business against the Dallas Cowboys. That game is all but wrapped up. 31-14 with 3 minutes remaining there. Another close one, Broncos and Chargers. 20-20, all knotted up there between the other 2 members in action in the AFC West right now. The scoreboard update's brought to you by Crown Royal. Take a water break and moderate your drinking. Stay hydrated, stay royal. Crown Royal Canadian Whiskey. The games from earlier, and in fact, let's start with this highlight from the one still happening in the AFC West as Bo Nix went airmail for a big score to Cortland Sutton.
Nix fakes the toss right, throws the ball. He's got a wide open receiver inside the 15, 10, 5, touchdown Cortland Sutton.
That was the first touchdown of the game for the Broncos. Again, all knotted up at 20 apiece as the game is winding down. Less than a minute remaining. The Chargers have the football. That calls Dave Logan and Rick Lewis of KOA Denver. Again, the Bears handling business at home in Chicago. They did it with an extra little bit of courage on 4th and goal from the 4.
Two right, two left. Takes the snap, looking, scanning. Now running right. Gonna throw back in the end zone. Middle. DJ Moore. Touchdown. Touchdown Bears. That's 4, baby. 4, Caleb Williams, touchdown.
4 touchdowns for Williams. The Bears go to 1-2. The Cowboys fall to 1-2. That's Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer of the Chicago Bears radio network. Then a little bit earlier today, man, it came down to the wire as the Los Angeles Rams lined up to kick the game-winning field goal against the Philadelphia Eagles.
The ball is spotted.
The kick is away. It's blocked. It's blocked. It's picked up by the Eagles. Running with it is Davis. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Game over.
That's the margin in the NFL. That's Merrill Reese and Mike Quick of Sports Radio 94 WIP. An absolute full day of special teams fireworks. I'm sure there won't be anything weird going on in New Jersey for Chiefs-Giants tonight. We go ahead and head back out to the stadium, in fact.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for fall to be here just yet, but fall feels like it's here in New York anyway.
Yeah, it has been beautiful all
New
weekend.
Jersey. I'm sorry, New Jersey.
Yeah, we're in Jersey,
My apologies,
man.
New Jersey native.
I've been woosahing all day. Don't get me off this chair.
Dana and Hughes. We are indeed in New Jersey, the home of MetLife Stadium, where the New York Giants play.
Yes,
is that correct? Would that be the correct?
Yes. We like to throw curveballs here in the East Coast. That's one of them.
Chiefs enter tonight, obviously 0-2. While we don't feel like it's the end of the world, the fact is you got to win some games, and you can't dig yourself too big of a deficit when it comes to, one, your first goal, which is always winning a division or capturing a playoff spot. You can't be playing catch up for much longer. The Chiefs need a win tonight.
Yeah, they definitely do. I wouldn't say they're desperate, but when you look at what's happening with the Chargers and Broncos, the Broncos look like they are about to give this game away. They were up by 7 points with over 5 minutes left in the game, and now the Chargers look like they're about to kick the game-winning field goal. So Chargers would be 3-0.
I want another weird special teams play, though.
Yeah,
okay?
we might as well.
All
Let's
right.
pray for it.
All right.
Who would have
block 6?
Yeah, who would have thunk that we would be cheering for the Broncos? But that's just based on giving props to the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh and what that team has done, winning their first 3 games, or at least on the fringe of it, and all 3 of those games being AFC West opponents. So they would have a huge jump on us, especially if we went 0-3. So this is an essential game to win. it's a game that I would reference that we are the better football team, so you should win the games when you're a better team on the field. And we can't afford to go 0-3 and then have the Baltimore Ravens coming in.
Yeah, certainly so. It puts the added pressure on. And, I feel like this team has been a little bit tight. Mm-hmm. I think they said the right things after the game the other day, but we're pretty down against Philadelphia. And then certainly coming into tonight, where the Giants kind of that team of just go out there and probably throw the ball all over the place and see how it turns out. They probably want a high-scoring game tonight, full of offense, with seemingly not a ton for them to lose. A team that is clearly in transition right now because you have Russell Wilson playing, and he obviously played great last week with a career-high 450 yards, but also Jackson Dart's in the wings as the next Giants quarterback. So it's a team that's kind of a little bit in flux. They're also a team that's been in this position before, right? They're 0-2 for the 10th time in the last 13 years. So this is a team that's kind of been in this position before. Not a lot to lose here tonight against a Chiefs team that really needs to find its footing.
Yeah, if you look at the Giants, let's make no mistake about it. This is a team, we know teams get hyped up for playing us. We have the championship pedigree. We are the success, the epitome of success in the NFL over the past decade. And in most cases, Josh, we are going to be the Super Bowl of a lot of the teams that we're playing when we go on the road. This stadium is going to be jam-packed. There's going to be a whole lot of red. We travel well. And then you have the diehard Giants fans that remember the successes that they've had back in 2011, 2007, back in the 90s, etc. So, yeah, it's an important game for them. I think the question mark that they probably have on their side is, what's our identity? Like, the first week, they couldn't do anything offensively. The next week, Russell Wilson, went crazy. So, is that the team? Is that the Giants team that they're going to field or try to field for the next 14 games? Or is this the Giants team or is the first week where they just kind of hit and miss and, just bandaging up things and trying to make it happen? We have to figure out our identity on our side, but I feel like, again, we're a better football team, and we just got to show it today on the field.
You mentioned the Giants. They are an interesting case. Very exciting game last week in their win. Russell Wilson threw for the most yards in the first quarter in his career, ended up with a 450-yard day with 3 touchdowns. Neighbors and Robinson, their 2 wide receivers, were absolutely amazing. Those two combined for almost 300 yards and 3 touchdowns between the two of them. And then Cam Scatterbo, their rookie running back, didn't really factor into game 1 and then seemingly was the feature guy on the ground for them in game number 2. So looking like they're maybe having maybe better success, you could say, with finding their offensive identity than maybe the Chiefs are at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're probably in a very similar predicament with their running back situation. Singletary only had 4 carries on the season. Tyrone Tracy Jr. was the guy they thought was going to be the bell cow for this offense, maybe a 1-2 punch with he and Scatterbo, and each of those guys 15 carries and 13 carries. So, yeah, they're trying to figure things out. That's what the first quarter of the season is for most teams. Unfortunately, or fortunately for us, we haven't necessarily been in that situation because we've had such sustained success in the early part of the season, and now this is uncharted territory. So questions have to be answered on their side. We have to be able to show up in all 3 phases of the game. Our special teams has been less than stellar in the first 2 games in specific points in those games. We saw some craziness around the NFL today where special teams literally was the reason why teams lost or won in this week 3. So, yeah, it's not just the ugly stepchild of football. Special teams is an equal third that has to be reckoned.
Chargers did not miss the field goal. They did beat Denver by a field goal to move to 3-0. So there's your update there. Can't take things for granted, but the Giants' defense has been bad. 455 yards per game, almost 31 points per game, and 177.5 yards on the ground per game. should be a great recipe for a Chiefs offense that's looking to figure out exactly what direction they need to go in, specifically maybe so in the run game, where Patrick Mahomes is the leading rusher through 2 games, and your 2 top feature backs have run for a combined 94 yards in 2 games. Love to see them get a little bit healthier in the run game tonight. The non-Patrick Mahomes run game, that is.
I believe so, and I will say this. Just because this Giants team has been inept on defense up to this point, that's what's one of the great things about the NFL, is that it's not going to be the same every week. So if there are Chiefs fans out there that are listening and have some high expectations, yeah, we play fantasy football. If you have a player on the Chiefs, if you have Isaiah Pacheco or Kareem Hunt, Tyquan Thornton, if you have these guys and you want them to have big days, yeah, I understand that point. But, the faucet is going to shut off at some point for the Giants. They're not going to give up almost 178 yards rushing per game. They're not going to give up 455 yards of offense on defense and be 32nd in the league all season long. So, as long as it's a winning performance and we get to see something about our team that resembles an identity, that maybe establishes it, starts the foundation of it, Josh, then coming back to Kansas City and getting back in at 4 a.m, I'm cool with the win however way it comes, but I also like to see, normally you've heard me say, if we win the game 3-2, I'm fine. I feel like this is a game where I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be a win for sure, first and foremost, but I also want to see something that's going to have me jazzed up for next week and the following weeks, and maybe see some more magical play from rookies and young guys, and maybe some of the older guys showing some extra effort that's going to be able to be contagious around the team.
Yeah. Win is a win,
yeah.
But you like a little bit of style to it tonight too would be all right?
Yeah, I think so. And you know what? That's kind of tough to say in a league where wins are wins, but I feel like we've set the bar so high that it shouldn't be outside of the realm of understanding of, hey, we want to win with some style. We want to be able to showcase to the entire NFL that what you saw in the first couple of weeks was an anomaly, and now we are who we've been, who they've become accustomed to being scared of, and now we're just not going to push over.
Xavier Worthy did not make the trip with the shoulder injury. He was ruled out before we left Kansas City. But one note coming out of the inactives tonight, we expect to see maybe a little bit of Jalen Royals tonight.
Yeah.
He's been battling the knee issues, but showed some things during training camp and during the preseason. Not that I'm saying, hey, thrust him in there and let's go and give him a whole bunch of stuff on his plate. But what types of things could he add to this offense?
Well, I think it's huge. Anytime you get an offensive playmaker in Andy Reid and Matt Nagy's offense, I'm always excited. Not just because it's a wide receiver and I'm a former wide receiver, but because I think, if you're talking about the godfather of offense, you're talking about, I've always referenced Andy Reid as that evil mastermind of offense. He knows how, as well or better than anyone in NFL history, he knows how to put guys in position to be successful on offense. If you have speed like Xavier Worthy, let's remember when he burst upon the scene. Jet sweeps, swing routes, nuances in the backfield, and he hit the ground running. When we had, Rashee Rice, crossing routes, deep crossing routes, pick plays, getting him the ball in space where he can get north-south better than anyone in the NFL, he had success. Every receiver, even guys that are not here anymore, they were put in positions to be successful in this offense. Maybe didn't get as much volume as they would have liked or they thought they should have expected. But when they were on the field and they had opportunities to make plays, you knew the plays were drawn up specifically to their abilities. So when you look at Jalen Royals and everything that was spoken about him, everything we saw in training camp, I'm excited to see, okay, well, what did the mad scientists of offense draw up for Jalen Royals as part of this offense so that he can hit the ground running and be a viable force?
Strange as it sounds, 13 seasons in, does Travis Kelce need a bounce-back game tonight? I think he wore quite a bit of that, rightfully so, the other day. That play was as defining as anything in a loss to the Eagles.
I definitely think so. I mean, if you've ever been in a position on any field in any sport and you've made mistakes and possibly made those mistakes to cost a game, if you are a goalie in soccer and you gave up a PK or a last-second goal, you know for a fact, no matter how long you've been in that position, the next time you take the field, it's personal. And Travis Kelce has been highlighted for dropping the pass last week and causing us an opportunity. There was still a lot of football to be played. Let's remember, it was 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but we had a lot of momentum and we didn't make it happen. But I feel like Travis Kelce, 13 years in the league, he wants to come out on this stage and showcase that he's still of the top, or if not the top tight end in the NFL.
We'll take a look at the defensive side of the football. Played well last week, well enough. We've seen in instances when you said you give up this amount, you usually win the game. Yeah. They did those things. They're going to have some pressure put on them tonight, though, by a Giants offense. We'll discuss a little bit of the defensive side of the football, Joshua, when we come back.
Appreciate it, fellas. We're going to take a little bit of a look around the NFL, then kick it right back out to you next, right here on the Chiefs Radio Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the number one selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Chiefs Kingdom, are we ready to play? It's time for the Chiefs Kingdom scratch ticket, only from the Kansas Lottery. You could win up to $75,000 instantly, with even more ways to win exclusive, one-of-a-kind Kansas City Chiefs experiences through the Play On app. Play the Kansas Lottery Chiefs Kingdom scratch ticket today. See kslottery.com for details.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything! The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu!
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Behold the Colonel's Giant KFC Chicken Sandwich, a towering, extra crispy monument to flavor. Such a huge amount of juicy, hand-breaded KFC chicken at a pretty tiny $3.99 price for the Colonel's KFC Chicken Sandwich. I mean, $3.99 isn't even worthy of the same epic soundtrack as the KFC Chicken Sandwich for only $3.99. The Colonel lived so we could chicken.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Welcome back into the Chiefs Radio Network pregame show. I'm Joshua Briscoe. This scoreboard update's brought to you by Crown Royal. Take a water break and moderate your drinking. Stay hydrated, stay royal. Crown Royal Canadian Whiskey. It's been a crazy day for special teams. No surprise that 2 of the afternoon games came down to a final swing of the leg for a kicker starting in the AFC West.
Snap good, hold good, kick, it's good! Cam Dicker, the kicker, secures victory as the Chargers start the season 3-0.
23-20, the final score. Los Angeles Chargers over Denver Broncos. The call from Matt Money Smith on KFI AM 640 as the Chargers go to 3-0 and alone at the top of the AFC West. Meanwhile, in the NFC West, you also saw a team that's had some recent kicker problems line up for a game winner.
This will be a 35-yard try for Pinheiro. It's down. The kick is on the way. And it is good! Eddie Pinheiro wins it for the 49ers.
The Niners are shorthanded, but they get the win and go 16-15 final score against the Arizona Cardinals. That's Tim Ryan of 810 AM KSFO in San Francisco. Meanwhile, the other games in the afternoon window weren't as close in the NFC. Seahawks throttle the Saints 44-13. Bears take care of the Cowboys 31-14. Again, the big game for the Chiefs, certainly the one that you just heard there in the AFC West. The Buccaneers won in a tight one over the New York Jets 29-27. The Colts take care of the Titans on the road in Tennessee. The Colts 3-0, going 41-20 over the winless Titans. The Raiders also took a loss today in the AFC West. They went to Washington to face off with the Commanders, lost that game 41-24. The Rams lost a close win to the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles win and go to 3-0, 33-26. Let's go back out live to the stadium right now to join our guys Josh Klingler and Dana Hughes. Brought to you by Omaha Steaks. From USDA certified tender steaks to beefy burgers and more, you can eat like a champion at omahasteaks.com/Chiefs. Omaha Steaks, the official steak of Chiefs Kingdom. Back out to MetLife. Dana and Kling, how are we feeling right now as game time inches ever closer?
I always wonder if stadiums are piping in the booze.
Yeah. I think this was evident of that.
Because the Chiefs just ran on the field, and there's a bunch of red in here. And there was a loud chorus of boos. I thought, it doesn't seem like there's that many blue jerseys in here that make that kind of noise when they hit the field here today. So there's it's you'll know who's rooting for who tonight. It'll be pretty easy. It'll be blue and red.
Yeah.
Right? It's like not black and white, but blue and red tonight. It'll be blatantly obvious the disparity in the uniforms here tonight. But there's going to be a bunch of Chiefs fans on hand here at MetLife. A Giants offense that was really good last week, and if there's one thing that I think you have to be careful of is those two wide receivers getting a step and getting over the top, and Russell Wilson's ability to drop in the bucket. He threw a couple of really nice deep balls over the top to wide receivers that had a step on their defensive back counterparts last week, Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson, and both of those guys, if they get deep behind you, it's trouble.
Yeah, they are playmaking receivers. They are not just guys that are targets out there. We're actually privy to some highlights that they're showing on the screen right now of Russell Wilson in week 1 against the Commanders, and then in week 2 against the Cowboys, and his ability to throw the ball down the field. He's one of the better, if not best, deep throwers of the football that we've seen in the past 10 plus years. I mean, he's just very good, very accurate. And as a former wide receiver, the one thing I always wanted, Josh, was just give me a chance and just know that I'm not going to allow it to be intercepted. Now, whether it's complete or not, sometimes that's out of my hands, but give me a chance, show that you trust me enough that I'll go one-on-one, and at least it will not be a turnover in the play. So, yeah, Malik Neighbors is a huge playmaker. He's coming into this week. He leads the NFL in yardage. He's got 2 touchdowns on the season. Wan'Dale Robinson, 5'8", kind of a shifty guy that can work well in the slot. Expect him to run a lot of shallow crosses. We're going to see some pick action and crossing action of these wide receivers because of our tendencies to play a lot of man-to-man coverage. If you have to guard a receiver from the numbers all the way across to the sideline, that's basically the equivalent of a 40-yard pass. Even though it might be 5 yards from the sideline or 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, it's 40 yards that you have to cover through traffic across the field. So if you are trying to protect Russell Wilson and trying to get him a position to get the ball off quickly to somebody that's right in his face as opposed to always leaning on the deep throws, those crossing routes might be prominent for the Giants today.
And you wonder if they'll be looking as well for Noah Williams.
Yeah.
Rookie for the Chiefs that's being thrust into now maybe a little more primary role. I think it looks, at least early on, obviously they expected to have Christian Fulton, didn't have him for most of the preseason, and then was injured in week 2 and now out for who knows how long. You barely have seen him in the mix, but he gave you the opportunity to shift Trent McDuffie to the inside, probably his best position. Noah Williams has kind of been put now in that spot. Still allows McDuffie to work inside, but that means Williams is going to have some probably one-on-one opportunities against a wide receiver tonight.
And the thing is, you can have great coverage down the field. That's the one thing about fade routes and one-on-ones, 50-50 balls down the sideline or in the middle of the field. You can have excellent coverage, picture perfect, perfectly drawn up coverage right in the side pocket.
Like Trent McDuffie last week, probably, right?
And then the receiver gets paid too. He can make a play, or you can draw a flag for pass interference because you get there too late, or you have an act receiver like we've seen from Jamar Chase where he's going to act like he's getting tussled with or making an effort, maybe flopping just a bit. So those are the things where you roll the dice when you play that all-out blitzing type of defense, that you roll the dice on the island with these corners and wide receivers. So they have the ability where this might be a situation where we're holding them down defensively and they throw up a Hail Mary and hope for the best, either a catch or a flag. And we got to be able to prepare to bounce back from that and not allow it to deflate us. Don't allow one mistake to be two mistakes or multiple mistakes. If you make a mistake or if they make a play, chalk it up, move on to the next play. And that's one of the abilities that we've really lauded this Chiefs team in the past years, for their ability to put a play aside and live for the next play and go out there and play championship-style football.
Defensively as well, would love to see the Chiefs' defensive line get after the Giants a little bit. They were really bad on the offensive line in week number 1. The Chiefs have done a good job in previous encounters with Russell Wilson and getting after him in second, the quarterback. They've had 3 different left tackles now in 2 games. So the revolving door has been there as well along the offensive line. Looks to be a spot where hopefully the Chiefs can take advantage.
Yeah, and I want them to be disciplined too. Disciplined in their approach. And like when we played last week, that's the last reference point we have playing the Eagles. Most of our pressures, a large majority of the pressures that we had in Jalen Hurts' face that equated to him throwing the ball for only 101 yards was based on blitz. I'd like to see that transform to maybe 4-man rush. If it's a blitz, maybe just a 1-man blitz. We saw Drew Tranquill has had 2 sacks on the season, be a part of the blitz package. Not an all-out red dog or green dog blitz, but just enough to throw the offense off and still protect the safeties and the corners that are out on those islands. So, yeah, there's still some maturity. There's still a growth that this defense has to have, even though they played extremely well last week. But I want to see different nuances of the defense. I don't want us to be that one-trick pony type of defense where the only way we're going to have success, Josh, is if we blitz you and hit you in the mouth and cause you to throw up an errant ball or a tip pass that gets intercepted. We got to be a more complete defense, and that's going to equate to guys on the front 4. Chris Jones, 4 tackles, only 2 tackles for loss, hasn't had a sack yet in the first 2 games. That has to change tonight.
Blitzing last week, was that a factor of trying to do something different against Philly specifically, or an indictment that they weren't getting enough with the 4?
I think it was a mixture. But I also believe, and we've seen it, I'm sure the film would show, even though they blocked the field goal today and Scoop and scored and they escaped with the win, the Philadelphia Eagles, their Achilles heel is going to be Jalen Hurts throwing them to victory. Just pure throwing them to victory without Saquon Barkley in the rushing attack. That was the game plan going against the Eagles. We didn't do a whole lot of that against Justin Herbert in Brazil in week 1. I also felt like because we came out flat, if you remember that game in Brazil, we kind of came out flat in the beginning of the game. They wanted to flip that 180 degrees. So when we came out against Eagles, it was like our foot was already on the gas pedal, and it was second quarter of the game at opening kickoff. I don't know if that's going to be the same mindset or the same approach tonight, but I want to still see some semblance of it, like some semblance of urgency. Confidence, their home field. It's Sunday Night Football. You never know what can happen. I think we got to be able to set the tone from the beginning.
It's funny when you blitz and get home. It's seen as, wow, look how aggressive this is. Look at all the angles they're getting people to. If you blitz and don't get home, it looks like, well, they can't get a pass rush going. Yep. So now you've got a blitz. So there is an interesting dynamic to that as well, because I think this defense is one that can do it both ways. I don't know if they've ever been that fully just rush the 4 and not worry about anybody else, but they've had the ability to blitz from different locations to create the element of surprise. So I think it always has been a factor in how they defend under Steve Spagnuolo.
Oh, yeah, and they mixed it up well last week. There were times where it looked like they were going to blitz and dropped out into zone coverage. How often have we said zone coverage with Steve Spagnuolo? It just doesn't happen. And you remember certain plays where Jalen Hurts had what looked like to be 30 seconds to throw the ball. It would wind up being incomplete or an errant pass, but they were trying to contain him in the pocket. Some of that game plan translates over to Russell Wilson. Very similar in some ways, especially their escapability and their athleticism. So you don't want Russell to escape the pocket, use his legs to extend drives because receivers are being covered down the field. So I look for a big game from Nick Bolton, Drew Tranquill today as well. I think the linebackers definitely have to step up. When you look at the stats, and I know I'm normally not the big stat guy in regards to defense and tackles because you can get a tackle 10 yards down the field and it show up as a tackle, and you might be the leading tackler on a team, but you're on skates because the offensive linemen are pushing you backwards and you're just making tackles. But the fact that the top tacklers on this team, Shamari Connor, safety, Jalen Watson, corner. You look at Trent McDuffie, corner. Drew Tranquill, Nick Bolton are amongst that list, but they're kind of a little bit down.
They should be.
And they should be. Yeah. I mean, I think if you want to draw up a picture-perfect defense, your two linebackers, your safety is probably going to be 1, 2, and 3 in tackles and big plays, and then hopefully we can get some more from Chris Jones. I like to see him more active in the rushing defense and getting after the quarterback as we've become accustomed to seeing.
And quickly, special teams. Can't leave points on the board.
Nope.
Or off the board, I should say.
And you can't lean on field goals on the road. I don't care who you're playing, how much better you are. We want to lean on Harrison Butker, but we don't want to have too many field goals, touchdowns instead of field goals today.
Chiefs and the Giants coming up. Both teams on the field going through their pregame paces. We'll get the lay of the land from the head coach with the voice of the Chiefs coming up.
Coming up next on the Chiefs Ford Countdown to Kickoff.
I've heard all week long from players and coaches the Chiefs are close to hitting it. Well, they need to hit it tonight and try to go 1-2 and beat the New York Giants for the first time on the road ever in franchise history. What does Coach Reid think? You'll find out after this on the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network. For over 86 years, GEHA has offered medical and dental benefits designed to meet the unique needs of federal employees and retirees, military retirees and their families. With over 2 million members and growing, GEHA continues to serve those members and families who serve all of us every day. GEHA, your friend in federal since 1937, and the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
You want to see the ring? Here, I have a picture. Wow, look at you. I know, right? Went to Hellsberg and customized the whole thing. Oh, yeah? Yeah, well, I showed them all her inspiration photos, picked the setting, the diamond. It's actually pretty fun. Now for the real hard part, asking her.
Well, congrats, buddy. Ring looks awesome.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-274-5104 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-274-5104. That's 800-274-5104. What do you have to lose? Call 800-274-5104. Again, 800-274-5104.
Now, a chance to hear from the head coach just minutes before kickoff. Andy Reid sits down for an exclusive interview with Mitch Holtis from inside the Chiefs locker room. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
Are you ready to get in the game with the Kansas City Chiefs and Shelter Insurance? You can win a VIP game day experience at Arrowhead Stadium, including tickets, parking, and a visit to the Chiefs radio booth to watch Mitch Holthus in action. Contact a Shelter Insurance agent and ask them to sign you up. For a list of participating agents and giveaway rules, visit shelterinsurance.com/getinthegame for your chance to win. Shelter Insurance, proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holthus.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Meadowlands. And with me, the head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, a guy who's been here at least 15 times by my count, toiling for 14 years in the NFC East. But here you go against a team that has great pride and great tradition.
Yeah, no, they do. And it's a great venue to play at. And I know our players are looking forward to it.
This week, and I was talking with Pat about this Monday, the challenges come either early, middle, or late. They're coming, they're coming. What about handling them early in a season?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta play and do your best, and that's what you focus on. And that's the way you go about practice. That's the way the guys did this past week, and and then they need to do that today, or this evening. So that's the most important thing.
Let's dive into this Giant defense. I'm going to start up front. Man, they got some elite dudes up there. What about the athletes you're going to face up front?
Yeah, they do. This will be one of the better defensive fronts that we've faced, and they're fast, quick, aggressive. They've got good size and strength. So it's a nice challenge for our offensive line.
The back end's where they struggled a little bit. They gave up some big plays actually in the first 2 weeks. What about attacking their back end?
Yeah, so you got to start up front, obviously, to even think about that. So, but the back end, I think they move around pretty good. They're pretty well coordinated on the back end, and you've got to stay. They're physical, so you've got to stay physical from the receiver standpoint.
And facing this scheme, we talked about last week, facing Coach Fangio 50 times. What about this scheme and what you'll see?
Yeah, this is one that we've seen a few times too. Just having played Tennessee so many times, and it's a great scheme. And we've got Vrabel was running this down there with this guy right here, this defense coordinator. So we know the scheme. It's just a matter of executing against it.
I've heard from the guys this week and the coaches. I've heard it. Man, we're close. We're close. We're close. How do you go from close to getting there tonight?
Sure, you gotta eliminate mistakes. We got as coaches make sure we're putting the guys in the right position to make plays and go from there. So that's the name of this game in the National Football League. It's never as good as you think and never as bad as you think. So you really gotta refine things every day, every play, every game. You gotta make sure that you stay disciplined and do the right things.
One area close seems like it's the run game, and I know you want to be balanced, but what are you seeing in the run game that you say, hey, if we do this tonight, it'll work?
Yeah, we had some good ones last week and ones that were kind of stinkers. So you got to get a body on a body to start with, and that becomes important on these teams that slant and pinch and get run games and scrape the backers tight, and so on. So you've got to make sure that you do that, and we can do better there. We can also keep designing runs that are best for our guys.
I ask every week, but it helps my perspective of look at what's Pat's priorities tonight.
Well, I think it's probably the same as everybody's. Just do their job and do it to the best of your ability. So Pat obviously has a lot on the plate, just being the quarterback. He's got he's got the run game, the pass game, the different schemes that they run, and he's got to be able to decipher them and make sure that he's on task with his players, with the receivers.
Going to the other side of the ball, man, they were bombs away last week. I want to ask you about Neighbors, the wide receiver, and what you're seeing there.
Yeah, well, they were playing to Russell's strengths too. He's a great deep ball thrower, and they had opportunities to do it. The offensive line protected and gave him an opportunity to get the ball down the field. And Russell, people can have whatever thought they think. This guy's a future Hall of Famer. So I mean, it's not like he forgot how to play the game. And so he had a big day last week, and the guys, I thought, they did a nice job for him. And he's got two good receivers. And probably more than that. I mean, if you really dig in on it. But Neighbors he's big time.
Talking about Russell, it's our 8th time we'll face him, 4th different uniform, but we sacked him 30 times in the previous games. What about pressuring him tonight?
Yeah, so he's elusive. We know that, and he's strong. He's not the biggest guy, but he's strong for his size there. So you've got to stay disciplined in your lanes, and then when you have an opportunity, you better wrap him up. That'll become important there.
One guy I want to ask you about on their offensive line is John Runyon. You coached his dad. He was with you for a while, but he seems to be a leader of that group. What about when you see a kid like that?
Yeah, well, he did a nice job at Green Bay, and then he moved over here to the Giants. Got a nice contract for himself, and he's tough like his dad. So he's a good player.
Defending their runners, Singletary we know from Buffalo, but they got Tracy, the young guy, and then Scatabo, who was a beast at Arizona State. What about defending the runners tonight?
Yeah, they're really playing Scatabo a little bit more now in the second week. He's a good player. All three of those guys are good players, so they all have skill, and then they're just kind of bringing Scatabo along there. And Tracy's, he's a second-year guy too. So, but Scatabo, they're bringing along, and it looked like he did a little bit better last week.
I know this sounds elementary, but what about tackling those guys and being sound and tackling them and not having broken tackles?
Well, you got it. That's where teams make a living, especially early in the season. So you gotta make sure you wrap up and stay disciplined with that. Your eyes up, keep your feet moving.
I'll encourage you last week with Ariza. He went from last in net punting to 4th and learning to be a strategic punter and what that means tonight.
Yeah, he was on fire last week. It's good to see, and we keep it up. It's still early in the year, so he's got to just keep maintaining it. But he's spent so much time on working on that, and he's a young guy with a very, very strong leg. So he's worked his tail off this offseason, this past offseason, to get himself ready to go.
That's head coach Andy Reid. Stay tuned. We'll head back now to Joshua Briscoe at the GEHA Sports Desk.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/GatorXUV.
Hey, Chiefs Kingdom, get ready to turn your tailgate into tail great with help from Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Go Chiefs!
You'll find everything you need at Hy-Vee, from burgers and buns to sides, fruit trays, desserts, and a whole lot more. Plus, check out Hy-Vee's expansive wine and spirit selection for all your game day needs. Tailgating has never been easier with help from your local Hy-Vee. And go Chiefs!
In real estate, there's a number for everything. Square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's knowing that RE/MAX agents have been voted the most trusted in real estate. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX voted most trusted real estate agency brand by American shoppers based on the 2024 BrainSpark American Trust Study. Each office independently owned and operated.
Is your place packed tighter than a game day crowd at Arrowhead? Storage Mart has the Hail Mary you need. Super fans like you can score $20 off storage units when you use code CHIEFS20 at checkout. That's code CHIEFS20 for $20 off only at Storage Mart. Offer available at select locations. Restrictions apply. Visit storage-mart.com to rent online today. That's storage-mart.com. Storage Mart is proud to be the official storage provider of Chiefs Kingdom.
If
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can easily find the right home insurance for you, even if it's not with Progressive. But if you don't choose us, then sure, okay, it's not going to work out. We're not going to cry about it or stay awake wondering what our future together would have looked like. We can't get emotionally invested, even if it sounds like we are. Progressive's Home Quote Explorer allows you to easily compare home insurance rates and coverages in one place, even if it's not with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. I love you. I shouldn't have said that.
The Chiefs Radio Network pregame show is brought to you by Carbless, the high-flavor, low-calorie premium cocktail that won't weigh you down going into the fourth quarter. Grab a Carbless for your tailgate or at the game today. There are plenty of things the Kansas City Chiefs would like to do tonight against the New York Giants. They'd like to have a more productive ground game as Isaiah Pacheco returns to his native New Jersey. I'd love to see rookie Jalen Royals get a little bit involved in his NFL debut. Deep shots to Tyquan Thornton. More production from the Chiefs' four-man pass rush. There are a lot of things that would be great to see as the Chiefs try to get away from this 0-2 start. But there's one thing that we unequivocally need to see, and that the Chiefs need to perform for themselves. The conversation in the locker room as the team takes the field was most certainly not about anyone's individual performances or stat lines. The Chiefs have one mission tonight. They need to win the football game. Look, it's week 3 of the NFL season. There's no such thing as a must-win game 3 weeks into the year. But with the challenges the Chiefs faced against 2 really good football teams in the first 2 weeks of the year, this is a chance to get right. This is a chance to go on the road against another team that struggled through their first 2 games. The Chiefs can't make any excuses, and there don't need to be any delusions of grandeur. Again, as much as I'd like to see player A, B, or C have a big performance, the thing that will matter is the final score. The Chiefs can handle business tonight at MetLife Stadium. That'll do it for our pregame coverage from here in the studio. Special thanks to our stadium crew, Nate Wetmore, Steve Cook, and Travis Schlinger. And back here at our studios, Derek Nestor, Shotgun Jackson, Bobby Gilliland, Alex Grimes, Dustin Hilton, and my producer, Nick Springer. For Mitch Holthus, Dana Hughes, and Josh Klingler, I'm Joshua Briscoe. It's Sunday Night Football near the Big Apple, and it's time to get into the win column. Coming up next, the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holthus, takes us up to kickoff right here on the Chiefs Radio Network.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
OKC Sports Radio, KINB 105.3 FM HD1. Kingfisher, Oklahoma City, a Perry Broadcasting Station.
This football season, gather around the grill and give your family and fans what they crave. Beef. Whether it's tailgating in the parking lot or your driveway, on the drum deck or your deck, beef's the right call every time. So fire it up and treat all of your senses to the sizzling sounds, awesome aroma, and tantalizingly good taste of beef. And make sure to plan your game day menu at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Funded by Missouri Beef Farmers and Ranchers.
What makes for a great vacation? Depends on who you ask. Are you looking to get away or bring everyone together? Do you want to get outside and play or see a play at the plate? Fortunately, however you operate, I'm the destination you've been looking for. The name's Missouri, but you can call me Mo. And I have just one question. What's your MO? Come see me at visitmo.com.
The game of life can be tough, but no matter the challenge, you don't have to tackle it alone. If you or someone you know needs support, whether it's thoughts of suicide, a mental health issue, or a substance use crisis, 988 can help you be on your best game. Call, text, or chat with 988 anytime to be connected with a trained crisis specialist ready to listen and help 24/7. The call is free, the support is confidential. Remember, you are not alone. For more information, visit Missouri988.org. Let's be there for each other this season.
How to keep clean at a tailgate with Club Car Wash. Tip number 1. Stand up and lean over your plate while eating to keep those gnarly nacho cheese stains at bay. And cool it on the dipping sauces. A single dunk is plenty. Double dunking is a dangerous game. The best way to keep clean at a tailgate, however, is to bring your vehicle to Club Car Wash on game day. Leave the messes to the masses in the parking lot and get game day ready with Club Car Wash.
Club Car Wash. Join the club.
Could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting
Are you ready to get in the game with the Kansas City Chiefs and Shelter Insurance? You can win a VIP game day experience at Arrowhead Stadium, including tickets, parking, and a visit to the Chiefs radio booth to watch Mitch Holthus in action. Contact a Shelter Insurance agent and ask them to sign you up. For a list of participating agents and giveaway rules, visit shelterinsurance.com/getinthegame for your chance to win. Shelter Insurance, proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Here is the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holthus.
Okay, I look at a lot of stats during the week, but full disclosure on this one. I was myopic. It was last week, actually. I was wondering what teams in the National Football League have I never called a road win against in my 32 seasons as the voice of the Chiefs. Well, one is Cincinnati, but the Chiefs have won there before my tenure. Another is Dallas, but the Chiefs have won there once before my time. And then there's the Chargers. He has been saddled with injuries really since OTAs. And another injury, Mike Dana tonight is out with a quad injury. For the Giants, they are decimated at linebacker. They're missing Demetrius Flanagan-Foles, Darius Muasau at the linebacker core. They're also missing former Chief Raheem Nunez-Roches, all due to injury. It is the Chiefs and the Giants. We are in New Jersey, the home state of one Dana Hughes, who wants to check the box as well. The Chiefs have never won against the Giants on the road. It's time to do that, and we'll have Dana Hughes' keys to winning next on the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network.
Dana Hughes here. I've seen a lot of stat lines in my playing days, but these numbers, they caught my attention. Flight by Yingling, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and all the crisp, refreshing flavor you want in a light beer. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, so you know it's got some serious history behind it. If you're into stats and taste, you're going to love this beer. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer and the official beer of Dana Hughes. D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Get in the game with the Chiefs Kingdom Scratch Ticket, only available from the Kansas Lottery. Play for a chance to win up to $75K instantly. Enter your tickets into the Kansas Lottery Play-On app for the chance to win Chiefs experiences. See kslottery.com/gov for details.
Arvest Bank believes in the power of serving others. That's why we're committed to supporting those who serve our communities. We believe that all communities deserve a financial partner who cares. Arvest. We believe.
At Gray Bar, we know your time is money. That's why our services go beyond parts and products. With kitting, pre-assembly, wire carts, and Gray Bar smart reels that keep you moving. We stage materials and manage logistics so you can spend less time sorting and more time installing. And with locations nationwide, we deliver when and where you need it, working to make your job easier every step of the way. Yep, Gray Bar does that.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? back. If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RADIO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Welcome back to the New Jersey Meadowlands. And I should mention one of the linebacker being out. They put Chris Board on their IR list this week on Tuesday with a chest injury. So one other linebacker out for the Giants. Hey, be listening throughout the game for the Chiefs to reach the Kansas Lottery Red Zone. It's brought to you by...
Lost you on both.
Jersey Tough, 383 in his home state. Keys to winning with Dane and Hughes are brought to you by your Midwest Ford dealers. Driven by value, official partner of the Kansas City Chiefs. Find your local Midwest Ford dealer at Ford.com. Check the box.
Yes, sir. Check the box. We did lose here when I was playing in 1998.
I remember it well.
But I also caught my first touchdown against the Giants in NFL at home in 95. So, yeah, this is definitely a homecoming for me. It's great to be amongst all my family and friends. Shout out to Bayonne High School, and then the Iowa Hawkeyes winning at Rutgers. So, had the opportunity for a trifecta this weekend, but we need this one right here tonight. Mitch, there's no such thing as moral victories. We know that, especially in the NFL. But my first key is a takeaway from last week. I thought they came out in excellent fashion, putting their foot on the gas pedal. They played on the opening series like they had already played the first quarter. That's kind of what I mean when you hear me say setting the tone. It's not necessarily about a big hit. It's not necessarily about a negative play. It's about the attitude and the energy that you bring to the field. And last week, that energy was real. It was at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium, but right here at MetLife, we have to set the tone. So my number one key, set the tone from the onset.
And to your point, the Chiefs have only led for 2 minutes and 44 seconds in the first two games of the year. That's next to last. Only the Panthers at 0.00 were worse, but they put 30 on the board today and won 30-0. What's your second one?
Second one, it's a recipe for success on the road specifically. Touchdowns, not field goals. You cannot have a steady or consistency of winning on the road, especially if you are settling for field goals. That's like a win to the home team. So we need 7 points, not 3 points. Yes, Harrison Butker has had some struggles, missed an extra point in week one, missed a field goal last week. Crucial times to take points off the board. But today, I want to lean on him more on the extra point side. I want to see touchdowns on this field, continuing pressure on the Giants offense.
And again, to your point, the Chiefs just 2 of 5 in the red zone with touchdowns. That's 28th in the league. But the Giants are 31st in red zone defense. What's next?
Well, we got to turn on the turnover machine. We have not caused a turnover in 2 games thus far. So to me, on the road here, our defense has to step up. They came out with a reckless abandon last week, really did a fine job against a dangerous offense in the Philadelphia Eagles. That game is behind us. We didn't come away with the turnovers, but if you remember, they fumbled on the first snap. We weren't in the right place at the right time. There was a key ball that glanced off for A.J. Brown's hand that just came up short from Jaden Hicks intercepting that ball. Could have turned the tide of the entire game. That's how close this game is. But getting turnovers for this defense and sparking the offense with short field after short field and short opportunity to put points on the board has to start tonight. We cannot go another game without causing a turnover.
Again, you speak with wisdom because the Chiefs are only one of 6 teams that did not force a turnover in the first 2 weeks of the season. The collective record, 2-10 of those 6 teams. So what about the deep ball? Because the Giants lit up Dallas last week on pass plays of 20 yards or more.
Well, Russell Wilson has been, throughout his 14-year career, has been one of the best throwers of deep balls that we've seen. He will drop back, and he is one of those quarterbacks that I would have loved to play with because he would trust the receiver. And for me, not being a speedster, I would just want the quarterbacks that I played with, whether it was college or in the pros, trust that it's not going to be intercepted. Just if you want to throw it up to me, at least you have the peace of mind of knowing that it's not going to be a turnover. I can't guarantee I'm going to catch it. I can't. With me, but at least you know we're going to live for the next down, worst case scenario. That's what Russell Wilson does. And because we play so much aggressive defense and bump and run man-to-man coverage, you can expect him to take some home run throws today, even if guys are covered down the field. The one other thing about him that's different than Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes throws the deep ball, but he throws it more on the line. Russell Wilson puts a lot of air on the ball, almost like a punt. So now a receiver, if a DB has his back to the ball, and the receiver sees that ball, as long as it's hanging up in the air, what could you possibly get? A flag. There could be some contact down the field. And he'll take that just like he will take a completion down the field to Malik Neighbors and Robinson. So I feel like we got to be on our P's and Q's, disciplined with our hands, but make sure that our DBs are getting their heads turned around, making a play on the ball, and not running through the receiver and giving them a free penalty.
And we just saw that exact play last week when Devontae Smith, it was the jump ball with Trent McDuffie. You just described that play all over again. I'm having flashbacks. But this is the fourth uniform that Russell Wilson will wear against the Chiefs. I think he's 36. He's probably got till 50 to get the other 27. I think he's trying to get him. But in the played against the Chiefs 7 times. The Chiefs have sacked him 30 times in 7 games. Do the math. It's over 4 sacks. What about getting negative plays and potentially sacking Russell Wilson?
Well, I'd like to see those sacks, but I'd like to see them with 4 men, maybe 5. I'd like to see us not have to be a one-trick pony defensively. And we talked about this, Joshua Briscoe and Josh and I, during the pregame show. We don't want to be the team that has to blitz in order to get pressure on quarterbacks. We got to get those 4 guys up front. George Karlaftis, Chris Jones, Derek Nottie, Jerry Tillery, and Charles Omenihu needs to really step up. He's the one that's going to be the recipient of one-on-one blocking opposite of Chris Jones, and he's got to be able to take advantage of it.
I can see Ashton Gelati also coming in that discussion. They get Andrew Thomas back tonight. They're our pro left tackle for the first time since week 6 of last year. We haven't talked much about the offense yet, and attacking this Giants defense. We'll do so, plus have the coin toss and more. Sunday Night Football near Gotham City. Chiefs and Giants. Back with more after this on the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network.
The bright lights and the big city. Sunday Night Football. The Chiefs and Giants is next.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network, because they did. But now the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. T-Mobile's network has the most advanced 5G, with more towers, and their signal reaches further than ever. So you can text and instant talk and say, "You won't believe where I am."
T-Mobile has the best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data 1H 2025. See T-Mobile.com/network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Crown Royal, the official whiskey of the Kansas City Chiefs, is bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. An absurdly awesome 18-wheeler traveling to stadiums and tailgates across the country. See the Royal Rig in action at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium on September 28th and around Kansas City on September 26th and 27th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. Please drink responsibly.
What's up, OKC? Hey, Jay Swick here. I wanted to come on real quick and talk to you about Prize Picks. Seriously, it's a cool app for sports fans. And you know, as sports fans, the game feels a little bit bigger when you've got some action on it. Am I right? I'm just saying. And that's why I'm locked in with Prize Picks. It's the easiest way to flex your sports knowledge. No draft, no season-long commitment. Just pick your players, call the shot, win some money. It's really cool. So you like Patrick Mahomes tonight for 300-plus passing
passing yards, pair that with more or less rushing yards from Saquon Barkley. And what's cool is you can even pair 2, 3, 4, up to 6 picks together. And the more picks you have, the higher the payout. And since you're rolling with me on this deal, sign up with my code SWICKS, SWICKS PICKS, and you'll get special incentives just for using my code. So don't just break down the stats, make them count. Prize Picks, and use code SWICKS for a special incentive. Let's win it all this season.
Mitch Holtz is back along with Danon Hughes. We're going to hear from Josh Klingler on the sideline very shortly. Quickly, you mentioned in your first two keys, offensive notes, set the tone both in all three phases, and then touchdowns versus field goals. We're getting ready for the anthem, but what about attacking this Giants defense quickly?
I think we have to. We've shown the ability to get open downfield. Patrick has missed some throws. I don't think you pull your foot off the gas pedal there. Getting yards in chunks is key, and with Hollywood Brown and Tyquan Thornton especially, they've shown that ability. Give them that home run throw and give them a chance.
Also running the ball tonight as well. Now let's pick up the national anthem from the field.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Of the free, and the whole of
Well, you heard how many Chiefs fans are here, but also that was sung by the First Responders Joint Choir. And anytime you hear or see first responders do anything in the New York, New Jersey area, you automatically think of the sacrifices made at 9/11. And the hotels we stay at when we come here are almost on the direct flight path of the second plane hitting the second tower. I don't know what I think about it every time I look across the Hudson.
Definitely real.
All right, we're getting ready for the coin toss as the Chiefs taking on the New York Giants on Sunday Night Football. Trent McDuffie will be the captain representing the defense. Isaiah Pacheco, the New Jersey native, who had his biggest game of his career 2 years ago against the Jets on this field. He had a 48-yard touchdown run and a 40-yard pass for his longest reception ever in his career. And then Matt Araiza will represent the special teams, and why not? Araiza went from last in the league in net punting in week 1 to 4th in the league after the second week. He was spectacular with an incredible net punting performance against the Eagles. The coin toss tonight, all season long, brought to you by Baker University, Kansas' first university, developing leaders for more than 165 years. Baker graduates earn the highest salaries in the state, and they build successful careers along the heartland. So, with flexible online and in-person programs, Baker helps students take the next step in their careers. Learn more at bakeru.edu. Our white hat tonight is Land Clark, the Land Shark. Little known fact, the old Saturday Night Live skit Land Shark was based on the life of Land Clark. But he is the white hat tonight. Russell Wilson is one of the Giants' captains, again in his 4th uniform, playing against the Chiefs in his 14-year career.
Captain, what is your call?
Tails.
The call is tails. And it is tails. Kansas City has won the toss and elected to defer. New York will receive. Which way would you like to kick? Switch side, gentlemen. So the Chiefs have won the toss, and they will defer their choice to the second half.
meaning the Giants will get the football initially to start this game. So here in the Meadowlands, the opening kickoff brought to you by the University of Kansas Health System, the official healthcare provider of the Chiefs, providing excellent care for the Chiefs Kingdom. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com/Chiefs. And right out of the gate now, Gunnar Olszewski is a punt returner and kick returner for the Giants. Dana, he's very aggressive. In fact, he's second right now in the NFL in punt returns, but he's also had long kickoff returns in his career. He started as a New England Patriot, played Division II football at Bemidji State. But Olszewski is something you've got to account for.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he is a fireball, and this is exactly what they want. Yeah, you'd love to win the coin toss, but sometimes losing the coin toss, knowing that the team is going to defer, opens the door up for you to be the table setter.
Let's go quickly to Josh Klingler.
Patrick Mahomes made his way down off to your right, guys, towards the end zone. Normally it's a welcoming crowd. As you can imagine here in New York, a lot of number 1 signs flashed at Mahomes as he ran into the end zone. And just for you, Mitch, Candygram down here from the sideline, 64 degrees tonight. Couldn't ask for a better night for football. Cool 64. The wind's not even a factor in the stadium right now. It's officially southeast at 1 mile per hour. Flags atop the poles here, not even moving. Just an absolutely gorgeous night for Sunday night.
Evan Singletary, the ex-Buffalo Bill, is back there with Olszewski. So a good return unit here for the New York Giants. They have the blue jerseys, the blue helmet, the famous NY logo on the side of the helmet. The kick will come to the near side. It'll be taken by Singletary. He is at the 15 and goes across the numbers, 25-30, angling to the 32-yard line, and then hit by 3 different Chiefs on special teams. Christian Roland Wallace and Cooper McDonald there for Kansas City's coverage unit. Let's give you the defensive starters, brought to you by Sheet Metal Workers, local number 2. Building the future of our town and our teams. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org. The Chiefs will start this way, as they will start. Omar Norman Lott gets a start inside along with Chris Jones, had the big sack last week. Inside, while Leo Chanel lines up on an edge to the left, George Karlaftis to the right. Drew Tranquil will press the line of scrimmage as an outside linebacker. McDuffie, corner right. Corner left is Watson. The safeties are, of course, Cook and Hicks. Tyrone Tracy Jr., whose dad played at Fort Hays State University. And he was a great player there, and his son a great player at Purdue, gets a first down run. The line of scrimmage, the own 32 for the Giants, make it the 31, and he'll gain 1 to the 32-yard line. Tracy runs into Leo Chanel, who lined up as an edge defender that time.
A little bit of a chess match going on the opening play there. A check at the line of scrimmage by Russell Wilson. A lot of movement by our front 4 at the defensive line position. We started off with 5 guys on the line of scrimmage. Just 1 linebacker adjusted, made the play.
Chiefs go back to a regular base here. Shamari Connors at safety along with Brian Cook. They flip-flop Watson now to the right corner. McDuffie's at the left corner. Second down 9 for the Giants with a 3-back look and a big hole. 35 spinning off a hit. First down Giants up to the 42-yard line. Running hard, it was Tyrone Tracy Jr. A gain right at 10 yards and a line to gain on a first down for New York.
Yeah, backside block on Chris Jones. He got cut blocked by the tight end Bellinger. That opened up that cavity for the big gain.
Giants up on the ball quickly, near hash, just underway here. 13:48 to go first quarter. Chiefs won the toss and deferred. Russell Wilson to throw, in trouble, dumps it late. Finds Tracy out of the backfield, and grabbing onto his waist is Nick Bolton and pulls him down. A gain of 4 yards on a check down throw by Wilson over the middle. Chris Jones also there.
A lot of physical play already, and a great job by Jalen Watson. The initial receiver that he wanted to go to was man-to-man coverage, bump and run by Jalen Watson. He got stifled at the line of scrimmage. That's why he dropped it off.
Malik Neighbors, so dangerous, wide to the right. The most catches in his first 17 games in NFL history. Or third most, I should say. Most targets this year. Tracy goes behind right guard. On a run and a big hole and a first down into Kansas City territory at the 47-yard line between the hash and numbers right. A gain of 7 yards. Here's Josh Klingler.
Wanted to know if you guys could see any better here. After they did the pregame, not all the lights came back on here at MetLife. It was kind of dark, as we noticed when they were kicking off. They just kicked back on before the last play, and it's actually bright in here.
Compared to the start of the third quarter in Brazil, it looks like there's a trouble light shining on the field. We can see perfectly. 1st and 10, Giants. They go back to a 3-back look, surrounding in a flip bone look. They come near side this time, and this time Karlaftis and Shamari Connor are waiting on Tyrone Tracy Jr. for just a gain of 1 to the Kansas City 46.
That's a nice play. Rally tackling, several red helmets in on the ball, and then Shamari Connor came in, ripped it out late, set the tone. That's part of it. Let them know that you're going to go after the ball. You don't need 10 guys hitting the ball carrier. You want the ball.
Rookie Cam Scatabo single-handedly led Arizona State to the Big 12 championship game last year. Second behind Ashton Genty in all-purpose yards last year as an Arizona State Sun Devil. He is in the lineup now to the left, short side of the field as they give it to him, and he cuts it back left. A hit on him, spins off the hit, and makes another tackle, 40-yard line, and Scatabo's to the 35-yard line of Kansas City. He came into this game with 9 broken tackles in his first 2 games. He'll gain 11 there, breaking 3 Chiefs tackles.
Yeah, Scatabo has such a low center of gravity, 5'11", 215 pounds, and then he's able to curl his body down. The initial blow by Nick Bolton. Very rarely do you see Nick miss that kind of open tackle. That just shows you the strength of Scatabo.
Played almost 4 minutes. Giants driving, and they're running the ball. Scatabo stays in. Giants will be in the pistol near side. The center, John M. Schmitz Jr., played at Minnesota. Just show a 2-deep look initially. Now they're going to walk up a safety. Scatabo gets it again. This time he runs into George Karlaftis and 3 other helpers. Hicks dives in late. So does Connor. A loss on the play. Back to the 36-yard line, and well played initially by George Karlaftis.
Yeah, the play clock was down to almost 0, so they had to rush and snap the ball. Giants caught off guard. That's one of those miscues we take advantage of, a negative play.
2nd and 11 for the Giants. The football is at the Kansas City 36. Scatabo stays in. Again, lines up to the short side of the field, which is the left side. Now they motion to tie it into the tight wing left, same way. 2 receivers to the right. Wilson looking right, goes left, dumps it off. Scatabo. Man, he is nailed, but he's a gain to the 32, picking up 4 yards on 2nd and 9. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
OKC Sports Radio, KINB 105.3 FM HD1. Kingfisher, Oklahoma City, a Perry Broadcasting Station.
3rd down and 7 for the Giants at the Kansas City 32, and Noel Williams comes into the game now for the Chiefs as they'll play a extra corner in the D-back look. 3rd and 7, Russell Wilson near hash. They're going to run it. They give it off to Tracy, trying to pick a hole, and he's short of a first down by about 3 yards. He gains 4.5. It'll be 4th and 3 for the Giants at the Kansas City 28. Looks like they're in 4-down territory, and they're going to go for it.
Yeah, they realized prior to that play, Mitch, that they were in 4-down territory as long as they didn't have a negative play. So that's why they ran the ball there.
4th down. 3 for the Giants at the Kansas City 28. Tyrone Tracy Jr., the running back. He shades to the far side of the field this time. Neighbors goes outside right. They throw it, and the pass is going to be knocked down. Incomplete. And the Chiefs hold on the first Giant drive of the game at their own 28-yard line. And it looks like maybe Chris Jones got his big paw up there and knocked it down. Shades of Super Bowl 54 when he knocked down everything in his sight in the 4th quarter. A knockdown and a stop by Kansas City. Back with the Chiefs ball. When we come back, this first quarter brought to you by GEHA.
For over 86 years, GEHA has offered medical and dental benefits designed to meet the unique needs of federal employees and retirees, military retirees and their families. With over 2 million members and growing, GEHA continues to serve those members and families who serve all of us every day. GEHA, your friend in federal since 1937, and the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
You want to see the ring? Here, I have a picture.
Wow, look at you.
I know, right? Went to Hellsberg and customized the whole thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, I showed them all our inspiration photos, picked the setting, the diamond. It's actually pretty fun. Now for the real hard part, asking her.
Well, congrats, buddy. Ring looks awesome.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Is your place packed tighter than a game day crowd at Arrowhead? Storage Mart has the Hail Mary you need. Super fans like you can score $20 off storage units when you use code CHIEFS20 at checkout. That's code CHIEFS20 for $20 off only at Storage Mart. Offer available at select locations. Restrictions apply. Visit storage-mart.com to rent online today. That's storage-mart.com. Storage Mart is proud to be the official storage provider of Chiefs Kingdom.
Chris Jones affecting the throw. They give Nick Bolton the official pass defense on 4th down and 3. Chiefs take over on downs at their own 29-yard line. The offensive starters tonight brought to you by Club Car Wash, the official car wash of the Kansas City Chiefs. Jawan Taylor, right tackle. The right guard, Trey Smith, the Pro Bowler. Creed Humphrey, the All-Pro center. The left guard, Kingsley Suama'atia. And at left tackle, Josh Simmons. Tight end left is Travis Kelce. Split in left, Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster in motion, Patrick Mahomes at quarterback with Pacheco. He fakes to him. Rolling to the left side is Mahomes being chased. He will now pump fake and run it and will gain yardage. He was nearly ankle tackled. Javon Holland will force him out, but he scrambles for 4 yards. There is news from the Giants sideline, and this is Giant news.
Yeah, guys, the Giants, of course, went for it on a 4th down a moment ago. Maybe factoring into the decision, kicker Graham Gano. He's been now listed as questionable with a groin injury. He's sitting on the bench right now, and punter Jamie Gillen has been kicking into the kicking net, but they didn't send him out there for a field goal attempt on that last drive.
2nd down, long 6 for the Chiefs. Little short roll off a boot. They'll throw it back to Pacheco after faking to him, and 2 Giants hit him at the 35-yard line. He fumbles, but then grabs it back into his body. Bobby Okereke, very active linebacker who was good. He's 2-0 against the Chiefs as an Indianapolis Colt. And here we go, 3rd down for the Chiefs and 4 at their own 35-yard line. No score at 8:10 to go first quarter. The Chiefs have struggled on 3rd down so far in the first 2 weeks of the season, just 9 of 26. Motioning to the left is Kareem Hunt. Left side throw caught by Juju Smith-Schuster. Hands above his head. He pulls it into the number 9 on his jersey to the 42-yard line, and that's a gain of 7 and a first down with Juju Smith-Schuster on a little quick in cut.
Chiefs do such a great job of forcing the defense to identify their defensive coverage there with the motion by Kareem Hunt. Identified man-to-man coverage. The quick slant was there. Vacancy and short-handed Juju Smith-Schuster makes the play.
Creed Humphrey over the football at his own 42. Chiefs held on downs on the Giants' first drive. Now Kansas City, 2 tight ends, and one's tucked in there. Noah Gray is a tight slot left. Mahomes will hand it off. Running left is Kareem Hunt. Puts his foot in the ground and pushes a pile to the 45. A 3-yard pickup at the numbers on the left side of the field. Checo runs back in. He'll tag Kareem Hunt.
And Kareem Hunt gets north-south so well. He actually goes backside there, trying to use over-aggression by the defense against them, find the first crease, and burst through it. Solid game.
No score. 6:42 to go first quarter. Kansas City's first drive after holding the Giants at their own 28 on 4th and 3. Here comes pressure. Mahomes stays in the pocket. Pass left side caught by Noah Gray. And Gray's in Giants territory. Dragged down at the 36-yard line of the Giants. Flag back at the point of the pass. It's going to be coming back. Holding on Kansas City.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty.
Josh Simmons
Second
called
down.
for the hold. That is his 3rd penalty of his rookie year to go with 2 false starts, but that is his first hold, and a 19-yard pass gets wiped out with a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, Brian Burns came off the edge and got so low to the ground that the only recourse that Josh Simmons had was just to ride him down and to the ground. He got his hand around his back right in clear view of the official.
In essence, a 29-yard loss. Rashard Smith now in. 2nd and 17 for Kansas City at Its own 35-yard line. Ball snap, far hash. Here comes the rush again. Slant, caught Juju Smith-Schuster, 40. 45, angling left. And they breaks another tackle across midfield. Juju's near a first down in Giant territory. At the 48-yard line, it looks like he's got 17.14 yards. He needed 17.
The offense recognizing the defense. The second play by Juju Smith-Schuster, both plays against man-to-man coverage. That one, they come with a little bit of a blitz, opening up that avenue for the short throw and yards after catch. Juju makes it happen.
Juju, the door hinge, already with 2 catches in this first quarter. Chiefs are in Giant territory. 5:30 to go, first quarter. New set of downs, 5-man rush. Mahomes is launching it near side on a corner route, but it's caught out of bounds by Tyquan Thornton. It's incomplete. Ran out of room on the route, a corner to the near boundary into halves coverage. Covering on the back side of it was Paulson Adebo.
Yeah, just a little bit far. That's a long throw to go from one hash all the way to the far sideline. Thought he may have had an opportunity to keep both feet in if he goes up with his hands there. Lets it come into his body. Missed opportunity.
2nd and 10, Kansas City with no score. 5:23 to go in the first quarter. Mahomes with the ball at the Giant 47-yard line. Pacheco's the running back. Hollywood Brown in motion across the face of Mahomes. He'll get past left side. Hollywood angling 40, and then is roped out of bounds by the defender right there. They'll mark him out between the 39 and 40-yard line. Gain of 8 yards on the play, and covered by defensive end Brian Burns to the outside.
Chiefs doing a fine job identifying when the Giants are trying to pressure, and they're getting the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands very quickly. Take what the defense gives you, try to loosen them up just a bit, and then take the shots downfield.
Chiefs converted 3rd and 4 on this drive for 7. They have 3rd and 2 here at the Giant 39. No score, 4:49 to go in the first quarter. That big throw to Juju, no look. Now a handoff, Kareem Hunt lowers his shoulder pads into the teeth of the Giant defense. He needs 2, he has 3, and it's a Chiefs first down just outside the far hash.
I'd love to see them reestablish the run game there. Looked like it was going to be 4-down territory for the Chiefs, so that's when you run the ball on 3rd down. Churning legs of Kareem Hunt gets it done.
Going straight ahead. 1st and 10, Kansas City at the Giant 36. Chiefs in the road, white tops, red pants, red helmet. The arrowhead with the interlocking KC. The logo since 1963, when the Dallas Texans moved to the city of fountains. Play action fake on first down. Mahomes pump fakes, now throws underneath and throws wide of Kelce and incomplete. Mahomes actually looked at Kelce, looked downfield, looked back at Kelce, and a throw that was low and wide, and the Chiefs have 2nd and 10, now at the Giant 36.5-yard line.
Great protection by the offensive line, and Patrick Mahomes, as you mentioned, looked downfield, short, back downfield, came back short. Looked like there might have been a hand that altered that throw.
Already Mahomes with 1 no-look pass. This is the 10th play of the drive. 2nd and 10 at the Giant 36. Pacheco, the running back. Kelce goes in motion to the left. Outside rush. Mahomes in the pocket, throwing left sideline and trying to find Kelce on an out and up. But it was well played by Tyler Nubin, the second-year safety, who did not bite on the out and up. And now the Chiefs have 3rd down and 10 at the Giant 36.5.
Yeah, that might have been an avenue for Patrick Mahomes to tuck and run. There's a huge opening in the middle of the offensive line. Again, another pass play with great protection. Tries to go for the big throw, just missed.
Chiefs have converted 2 third downs on this drive, but this is 3rd and 10. This Giant pass rush, very good. 33 pressures the first 2 weeks, best in the NFL. They pressured Dallas 21 times. Timeout, New York. The Giants call timeout here with the Chiefs with 3rd and 10. At 3:54 to go in the first quarter, no score.
Timeout.
Chiefs fans, if you're running short on time, shop online at your Kansas City Hy-Vee. Add items to your cart with a single click and choose pickup or delivery from one of your 20 Metro locations. Hy-Vee, your game day MVP.
Yeah, I think there was some miscommunication there again. Right now, if you're the Giants, you're trying not to just defend for the first down. You're trying to defend for 6 yards or more because you realize the Chiefs may be again in 4-down territory.
Let's go quickly to Josh Klingler.
All right, guys, maybe something, maybe nothing, but I've been watching the Giants sideline, obviously, for the kicking situation. Meanwhile, Jackson Dart was throwing passes and then running up and down the sideline. I see Russell Wilson sitting on the bench. Doesn't appear to be anything wrong. We'll keep an eye on it.
Well, that'll get Giants fans' attention. They want Dart anyway. 3rd down and 10. 4-man rush here. Mahomes has time. Comes on a corner out near side. Hollywood Brown incomplete. Was trying to get separation from Drew Phillips, who's been the most burned defensive back in 2 weeks in the NFL, but that time he was right there on Hollywood Brown, and the Chiefs with 4th down and 10 at the Giant 36.5 will run Harrison Butker out there.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown was trying to create some separation, push off just a bit, and it looked like Phillips was grabbing his arm, didn't allow him to get that separation.
This will be a field goal try of 55 yards by Harrison Butker. He's got 32 of these in his career. He gets a strong leg through it, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. And it looked like that thing was going, he doinks it in there off the left upright. Where's Spencer Schrader? He's going, man, you did it, but that was from 55. The Chiefs have 3, but a doink-long field goal will work for Kansas City. Chiefs lead by a field goal. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
Unlimited data at $25 a month on Cricket Wireless when you bring in your own device. So you spend more time doing the things you love on your phone without spending more on it. Now that's a great plan to keep the phone you love. That's unlimited data at $25 a month on Cricket Wireless when you bring in your own device. Speed restrictions apply. Requires a line in your own phone. Phone must be new to Cricket. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Greetings, MJ's Bail Bonds here. I am a bail bond service here in Oklahoma, servicing 20 of the 77 counties. Where am I located? 1330 North Classen Boulevard in Suite G40. Why am I here? I'm here to service any family that has a loved one detained in the Oklahoma County Detention Center. I'm on call 24/7. You call me, we will answer. 405-479-6648. That's 479-6648. MJ's Bail Bonds, freedom when you need it most.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can easily find the right home insurance for you, even if it's not with Progressive. But if you don't choose us, then sure, okay, it's not going to work out. We're not going to cry about it or stay awake wondering what our future together would have looked like. We can't get emotionally invested, even if it sounds like we are. Progressive's Home Quote Explorer allows you to easily compare home insurance rates and coverages in one place, even if it's not with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. I love you. I shouldn't have said that.
Mitch Holtz's back along with Dana Hughes, Josh Klingler. A 54-yard official field goal by Harrison Butker that hit the left upright and doinked over. It is the 33rd 50-plus yard field goal in Harrison's career.
Chiefs fans, Tickets for Less has the lowest prices on Chiefs tickets and parking passes for every home game. Save big with promo code Chiefs Radio on your next order. Every seat holds a story. Find yours at ticketsforless.com.
And in the first 60 minutes of the season, the Chiefs coming into this game had led it for only 2 minutes and 44 seconds. They have the first lead of this game at 3:45 to go first quarter, leading 3-0. And again, Gunnar Olszewski and Devin Singletary back to take the kick. They line up really close so the Chiefs won't know where Olszewski goes, because Dave Tobe said on pregame, we're going to try to kick away from Olszewski as much as we can to get a very, very dangerous returner.
They try to time it up when Harrison Butker gets back to his depth, but he has the ability to adjust and kick it away from him.
And he punches it to Singletary again. Same point he took the first kick. 10, 15, moves to the right, 20, stops and goes and gets 2 blocks, and he's across the 30 and up to the 36-yard line on the return. Here's Josh Klingler.
Field reports are presented by Missouri Tourism. However you vacation, Missouri has you covered, because in Missouri, there's a Mo for every MO. Find yours at visitmo.com. Not sure if it's just a little teaser, just to give somebody some questions. Jackson Dart was throwing during that entire break as well, as was Russell Wilson, who comes back out at quarterback.
If you're going to be a wide receiver and you're active, you better be ready to play special teams. Jason Brownlee just made the kickoff team tackle. First and 10, Russell Wilson and the Giants at their own 36. They got to the Kansas City 29 on their first drive, and a 4th and 3 pass was batted down. Now a slant is caught near side and a gain of 11 yards. They're going to say just shy, though. So they're going to just give him 9 yards. Darius Slayton, who's kind of the understated receiver on this team, outside of Malik Neighbors and Wandale Robinson, in front of Jalen Watson. So a gain of 9, but very close to a first down.
And Slayton has made some big plays for this Chiefs team. Just his 3rd catch of this season.
3-0 Chiefs. Giants, second down, less than a yard. At their own 45.5, Tyrone Tracy Jr. is the running back. Again, a Purdue speedster. And he gets it, goes right into the arms of Nick Bolton, who shoves him back along with Jaden Hicks. But he's got a first down. He actually picks up yardage to the 49-yard line and picks up 4 yards.
That's good enough for a Giant.
So this Giant offensive line, Dana, doing a good job here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they are a steady unit. They mix run and pass well. Russell Wilson hides the ball extremely well. Play action has been one of his assets throughout his career. And I have our hands full tonight.
First and 10. The G-men, the ball at their own 49. Tracy stays in at the running back. Now orbit motion. They give it to Tracy off left tackle. He gets into Chiefs territory to the 49 and then shoved back. Gain of 2 yards. Well played by Nick Bolton again. Again, Bolton was spying quarterback Russell Wilson on that 4th and 3 knockdown. But the Giants' second straight drive in Chiefs territory.
I like the fact that we're driving him backwards. I played with Marcus Allen, one of the best running backs to ever play the game. Always had that innate ability to fall forward, get that extra half yard and that extra spot on the ball. You drive the running back backwards, they don't have that luxury.
Tracy last year had 1,100 all-purpose yards. Second down, 8 for the Giants, just in Chiefs territory. They throw to Tracy on a one-man screen, and the Chiefs converge on him on a big hit in front of the Chiefs bench. Jalen Watson puts a hit on Tyrone Tracy Jr. along with Drew Tranquill, and Tracy is down. He does gain yardage to the Kansas City 46 for a pickup of 3, but the Giants' second-year running back out of Purdue, again, his dad played at Fort Hays State University, took a shot, and he's not getting up. Let's take the injury timeout. This first quarter with the Chiefs leading 3-0. 94 seconds left in the first quarter, brought to you by GEHA.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Chiefs Kingdom, game day is more than football. It's a tradition. And for over 175 years, Morton's Salt has been part of America's flavor story. From backyard grills to game day tailgates, we bring the taste that makes every bite worth cheering for. A shake of Morton's Salt turns good food into game day perfection. Generations of taste. Generations of winning. Morton's Salt. Still pouring, still trusted since 1848.
Yellowstone. The epic ranching drama is now a Kansas Lottery scratch ticket and your ticket to experiences you can't get anywhere else. Top prize of $25,000 plus second chance drawings that let you live the show. Attend a premiere or visit the set, but know what you're getting into. Just kidding. This is a game, not the show. Play Yellowstone. See KSLottery.com for details.
This is Dana Hughes. In Kansas City football, we honor tradition, but we always look forward to what's next. That's why I'm all in for Flight by Yingling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, clean, and full of flavor, just the way a light beer should be. It's got the legacy and the stats to back it up. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer and the official beer of Dana Hughes. BG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Chiefs football is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud official grocery sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs.
3-0 Kansas City, 1:34 to go in the first quarter. Tyrone Tracy Jr. Giants running back taken off the field by the Giants athletic training staff and team doctors. 3rd down and 5 for the Giants at the Kansas City 46.
Might be 4-down territory here, barring a negative play. Got to be prepared for the run game. Scatterbo in the backfield.
And he is tough. Russell Wilson stays in the shotgun with Scatterbo shading right to the far side of the field. Malik Neighbors goes out that way. High snap. They're going to set up a screen to Scatterbo. He's hit by Nick Bolton and taken down for a loss. A loss of 1 on the play. And Nick Bolton is flying all over the field tonight and was smelling out that screen to Scatterbo. And to tackle him one-on-one is really hard to do. Nick might have got by with a face mask.
Got by with a face mask there in traffic. Tough to call. What a great job. Nick Bolton, a heat-seeking missile out there in man-to-man coverage.
And the Giants are going forward on 4th and 6 at the Kansas City 47-yard line. 3-0 Kansas City, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Second time in as many drives. They might be trying to draw the Chiefs off here. Still with a long count. And now Wilson has a flag thrown for delay of game.
They'll take the penalty. We used to do this all the time on the punt unit.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Nico Remigio come back to take this punt. Jamie Gillen, we talked about Gillen may have to be the place kicker tonight. Gillen is 7th year out of Arkansas Pine Bluff, but I don't have any record of him being a field goal kicker. 3 years in Cleveland. As
Correction,
a punter.
that penalty's declined, still 4th down.
So the Chiefs get by an uncalled face mask penalty, but the Chiefs have a hold at their own 48-yard line. A hold on defense, I should say, not a penalty. Gillen solid as a punter. Remigio stands back at his own 6 near hash. 3-0 Chiefs, 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Punt away from the left-footed punter. It is high and short, but it bounces and gets a Chiefs bounce. It'll be down to the 18-yard line. So a pooch-type kick, just 30 yards, but the Chiefs get a fortuitous bounce. And the Chiefs' second drive will start inside their 20. As Neville Hewitt just signed off the street because they are down linebackers on this team. 11th year out of Marshall. Played with Miami, the Jets, and Houston. In fact, he played against the Chiefs last year on December 21 in that 3 games and 11 game span. Also played against the Chiefs in the playoffs as a Texan. But here the Chiefs will start this drive, Dana, at the 19-yard line, leading 3-0.
Yeah, just 11 seconds left in this first quarter. Be good to see them try to establish the run game here. Started the game off with multiple pass attempts on that first drive.
And had a couple big 3rd downs, 3rd and 4 to 7 to Juju Smith-Schuster. And then also converted a 3rd down and 7 later in the drive. Kareem Hunt will start this drive as the running back, and Patrick Mahomes will be under center. Motioning near side Remigio, going straight ahead is Kareem Hunt. Gets to the 22-yard line, picks up 3 yards on 1st down, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter. And into Roy Robertson Harris. Used to play for Matt Nagy when Nags was the coach in Chicago.
Timeout.
End of 1. Chiefs lead at 3-0. They're on their second possession, and they'll have 2nd down and a long 6 when we come back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August, and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
What's up, OKC? Hey, Jay Swick here. I wanted to come on real quick and talk to you about Prize Picks. Seriously, it's a cool app for sports fans. And you know, as sports fans, the game feels a little bit bigger when we've got some action on it. Am I right? I'm just saying. And that's why I'm locked in with Prize Picks. It's the easiest way to flex your sports knowledge. No draft, no season-long commitment. Just pick your players, call the shot, win some money. It's really cool. So you like Patrick Mahomes tonight for 300-plus passing yards? Pair that with more or less rushing yards from Saquon Barkley. And what's cool is you can even pair 2, 3, 4, up to 6 picks together. And the more picks you have, the higher the payout. And since you're rolling with me on this deal, sign up with my code Swix Picks, SWICKS Picks, and you'll get special incentives just for using my code. So don't just break down the stats, make them count. Prize Picks, and use code SWIXPICKS for a special incentive. Let's win it all this season.
Welcome into the GEHA Sports Desk. I'm Joshua Briscoe. The big game in the afternoon slate today in the AFC West was Chargers-Broncos. Los Angeles wins the game 23-20, but the Chargers suffered a major loss as running back Najee Harris suffered an Achilles injury, as confirmed by Jim Harbaugh. The Seahawks blew out the Saints 44-13. The Bears beat the Cowboys 31-14, and the 49ers each passed the Arizona Cardinals 16-15. Now let's send it back out to MetLife Stadium and the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holthus.
3-0 here, Kansas City. Chiefs will have second down and a long six at their own 20, just past the 22. A 54-yard field goal by Harrison Butker, the only points in the game, and it hit the left upright and still went over. And the Chiefs will try to muster something on this second drive. Hunt stays in at running back. He picked up the first down yardage. Hollywood Brown in motion again across Mahomes' face. He looks that way, screen left. Kareem Hunt gets 2 blocks. 25, spun to the ground at the 30, but he's got a first down, and they'll give him forward progress to the 32. Kareem Hunt actually rolled off the defender and picks up 10 yards where Brian Burns spun him to the ground.
Well-timed screenplay against the blitz. The Giants are trying to come out and impose their will just a bit with some blitz packages. We've been calling the right plays at the right time to get a big gain there.
Kareem Hunt, double-digit play there. Now Pacheco rotates in at running back. Mahomes will stay under center. First and 10 at his own 32, leading 3-0. Just underway, second quarter. 3 tight ends for the Chiefs. Noah Gray comes in motion. Mahomes is in trouble. Will dump it, and it's incomplete, and this thing is close to a lateral. Mahomes is going to go pick it up. They'll say incomplete forward pass. But Mahomes was dumping it to avoid a sack, but that thing was very near a lateral to Pacheco.
Yeah, he threw it right at the feet of Pacheco. It might have been a lateral. Pacheco was frustrated because he missed his blocking assignment there. Could have thrown the ball right to the defense. It looked like Kingsley Suamataia was right there to scoop it up.
Kayvon Thibodeau was putting on the pressure. You know, they are going to challenge the ruling on the field that it was not a lateral. Just being challenged by Brian Daboll, yes. He's going to challenge this. He's going to rule that this was a lateral. And I'm pretty sure the Chiefs recovered it. But it would be a loss of some yardage here. Right now, it is 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs.
The previous play, forward incomplete pass is being challenged by New York and will be reviewed.
Brian Daboll, 1 year as Chiefs offensive coordinator, but that was the fateful 2-14 season. The Giants are saying it's a lateral. We'll see when we come back. 14-11 to go first half. Chiefs 3, Giants nothing on the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network.
The University of Kansas Health System and the Kansas City Chiefs are partners who are at the top of their game. The Chiefs are keeping opponents off balance by changing the game in exciting ways. The health system is delivering leading-edge treatments and the most compassionate care. Both organizations pay attention to every detail, have unmatched expertise, and achieve exceptional outcomes every day. The University of Kansas Health System is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Chiefs. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com.
Kansas City loves ribs. Smoky, savory, sweet, fall-off-the-bone ribs. For just $16, you can grab a full slab of baby back ribs at Hy-Vee every Saturday and Sunday. Feed the entire family and the entire block with delicious ready-to-eat baby back ribs for just $16 a slab or 2 for $30. Add baked beans, potato salad, coleslaw, and kickback and get game ready. Hy-Vee has your back with a full slab of ribs for just $16. This Saturday and Sunday at your Kansas City area Hy-Vee. Limited time offer while supplies last.
How to keep clean at a tailgate with Club Car Wash. Tip number 1. Stand up and lean over your plate while eating to keep those gnarly nacho cheese stains at bay. And cool it on the dipping sauces. A single dunk is plenty. Double dunking is a dangerous game. The best way to keep clean at a tailgate, however, is to bring your vehicle to Club Car Wash on game day. Leave the messes to the masses in the parking lot and get game day ready with Club Car Wash.
Club Car Wash. Join the club.
Your home for live and local high school sports. OKC Sports Radio, KINB 105.3 FM, HD1. Kingfisher, Oklahoma City, a Perry Broadcasting Station.
The Giants saw what we saw. They challenged and won. It's a loss of 8. Instead of an incompletion, they rule it a lateral pass. A fumble by Mahomes, recovered by Josh Simmons. Mahomes went over and grabbed the ball, Dana. That could have been disastrous. The Giants didn't act like it was a lateral, but Mahomes knew it and went over and grabbed the ball from Simmons.
A heads-up play by Simmons and Patrick Mahomes in there. And, a little errant play by Isaiah Pacheco. Has to be smarter. Can't allow the frustrations to get the best of him.
2nd and 18 for Kansas City. Ball back at the 24-yard line. Giants show deep zone here with 4 different defenders, but they do crowd the line of scrimmage with 5. Mahomes with time. Pump fakes once, twice, throws it late over the middle. The pass is caught at the 35-yard line, but a flag thrown on the play. Noah Gray with a diving catch. Lays out for the ball on the near side. Looks like a penalty on the Giants. It's an 11-yard pickup pending the penalty. But if this is illegal contact or holding, it'd be an automatic first down. Or is it just offside? They're going to say illegal contact. That's going to be an automatic first down.
Illegal contact. Defense number 22. A 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
2nd and 18, and a penalty on Drew Phillips results in an automatic first down for the Chiefs. Let's quickly pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
Your home for live and local high school sports. OKC Sports Radio, KINB 105.3 FM, HD1. Kingfisher, Oklahoma City, a Perry Broadcasting
13:46 to go. Second quarter, it's an end around. And it goes right side to Nico Remigio. Actually came across and a jet sweep of 11 yards, and it's a pickup and a first down. Kansas City gets a break on illegal contact on Drew Phillips on 2nd and 18, Danon, and now they back it up with an 11-yard jet sweep.
And good to see Nico a part of the offense. He's going to have a specific package, almost identical to what we may have gotten from Xavier Worthy in the run game because of his punt returning abilities.
Chiefs leading 3-0 early second. 1st and 10 at their own 40. Fake handoff by Mahomes. Dancing around the pocket. In trouble, trying to get free. Does so. Wings it downfield. Caught. Juju Smith-Schuster at the 40. Down the numbers right. And down to the Giants' 32-yard line. Mahomes, magic for sure. Going in, out, left, right. Got free and found Juju for 28 yards.
An excellent job by the blocking up front. Guys playing through the echo of the whistle. Don't assume anything. Just continue to work on your assignment. Block until you hear the whistle, and they're able to get the job done. Improvising by Patrick Mahomes.
1st and 10, Kansas City at the Giant 33, leading 3-0. 12:25 to go, second quarter. Mahomes at the far hash, raising the right leg, and now trying to go through the rush again. He stays free and up the sideline, gets a short gain, and he gets popped by the Giants. Darius Alexander, the talented rookie out of Toledo, put a little extra pop on Mahomes on the Giants sideline. That'd have been a penalty if it was on the Chiefs sideline. It's an advancement of just 1 yard. But Mahomes looks like a boxer in the ring, trying to use it and dance in his feet.
But this pocket is just condensed, Mitch. It's not really pressure in his face. He has some mobility, obviously, and he makes the best out of something there, but receivers just got to create more separation down the field.
3-0 Kansas City, second quarter early. 2nd and 9, Chiefs at the 32 of the Giants. Fakes and fake. Here comes a screen attempt, and the Giants are all over it. Pressure, plus they read the screen. It's a loss of 3. It was actually caught by Noah Gray. And the Giants had pressure plus coverage, and now the Chiefs have 3rd and 12 at the Giant 35.
They're trying to take advantage of the blitz there. Just more disciplined play by the Giants. Still got to expect maybe a throw to the end zone somewhere here.
Or do you play 4 downs? You need 12 for a first down. Deep zone by the Giants. Playing a shell look here with their safeties. Mahomes backpedaling. Steps up in the pocket, flag on the play. Mahomes scrambles, 30-25, first down at the 20. pending the penalties thrown at the line of scrimmage. Tyler Newbin on the tackle. It'll be a legal procedure on Kansas City. A scramble of 14 yards gets wiped out by a penalty.
And this may be on Jawan Taylor.
Illegal formation. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
And Jawan Taylor not on the line of scrimmage, trying to get every inch possible, negating another big play that extends this drive.
Has to have the helmet at the belt of the center. 3rd and 17 now for Kansas City, leading 3-0. The ball is at the giant 40-yard line. Mahomes will be in the shotgun and calls an audible. Walks up, yells to his offense. Quick pass, caught Noah Gray. And Noah diving right between the hash marks at the 30-yard line, gaining 10 yards in front of Javon Holland, the safety, former Miami Dolphin. And the Chiefs will run Butker out there. Again, he had a 54-yarder for the only points in the game, but it hit the left upright. It caromed over. Now he'll try one. So be put down at the 38, so a 48-yard attempt here by Butker. 5 of 6 this season. The only miss was the 59-yarder last week against Philadelphia at home. 48-yard attempt by Butker. And this one is good. It will not hit the upright this time. So the Chiefs have 2 field goals and 2 drives. And they lead 6-0 over the Giants at 9:48 to go in the first half. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. It's the latest genius invention from Skechers, the comfort technology company. With Find My Skechers, there's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. You just pull up the insole and pop in the AirTag. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel it or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Imagine that. Just one look at the phone and you can see where your kids' shoes are. No more wondering or worrying. It's as easy as that. Plus, they're machine washable and durable, so they're long-lasting. And Find My Skechers are available for boys and girls. Look, we all know Skechers is famous for comfort. And now they're giving us comfort of mind when it comes to our kids. Get Find My Skechers, Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTag sold separately.
Kevin Harlan here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Week 3 takes us to Baltimore for a showcase of 2 hot quarterbacks. When the Ravens, led by Lamar Jackson, coming off a 4-touchdown win last week, take on the Lions, led by Jared Goff, coming off a 5-touchdown performance. Join me and Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner. Detroit at Baltimore on Monday Night Football.
On OKC Sports Radio 105.3 HD1.
Six 6-0 Kansas City on 2 Harrison Butker field goals at 54 and 48. 9:48 to go in the first half.
Chiefs fans, tours are available now at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Experience the home of the Chiefs with visits to the locker room, Hall of Honor, field, and more. Book yours today at Chiefs.com.
Again, Gunnar Olszewski, one of the better returners in the NFL, will be back to take this kick along with Devin Singletary. Chiefs fans remember him as a Buffalo Bill and a Houston Texan. But Olszewski's got 2 punt returns for a touchdown. In fact, he's got one 97-yard return for a touchdown 2 years ago against the Rams. They have kicked away from him twice as Harrison Butker. That's been the plan. Although they've kind of trying to trick Kansas City where they're going to line up Olszewski.
As soon as Harrison Butker gets back to his depth, that's when they usually identify where they're going to line up. Right now, he's on our left.
Somebody making a call on those up 10 guys. They're going to go it again. Same spot. Taking about the same spot at the 7-yard line exactly. At the 20, well defended this time. Much, much better. Well done. Bossa got down there. Jeffrey Bossa makes an excellent kickoff coverage tackle at the 26-yard line. Let's go to Josh Klingler.
Couple of things quick, guys. First off, offensive coordinator Matt Nagy really in the face of the offensive line during the last timeout, trying to fire that group up, trying to get 6s instead of 3s. And an injury update on running back Tyrone Tracy of the Giants. Shoulder injury, now questionable to return. You'll remember he got hurt on the last drive, knocked into the Chiefs bench.
Stay on the Graham Gano thing, too, their kicker. If they're going to have to use their punter as a kicker. He did kick in college, did Gillen. We'll see if they don't have Graham Gano tonight. Play action fake. Here comes pressure to the outside. And the pass is deflected, coming to the near side, and nobody is there. Backside pressure from the backside of Russell Wilson, who was going long on first down from his own 26-yard line. An excellent backside pressure to affect that play. And it was Jalen Watson who came on the corner blitz on first down.
Yeah, we like to see that. We saw a healthy dose of that last week against Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Every defensive back besides Brian Cook was applying pressure to quarterbacks then.
Omar Norman-Lott started the game. He's out there now at defensive line. Russell Wilson, 2nd and 10 for the Giants. They hand it off, and this time goes to Devin Singletary. Goes behind left guard on 2nd and 10 at his own 26. And runs into the waiting arms and helmet of Leo Chanel. Just a gain of 2. It's 3rd and 8 for New York. Chiefs lead 6-0.
Always good to see the front 7 of the Chiefs defense keeping square to the line of scrimmage. Don't want to see both numbers on the back of the jerseys on those inside runs. Everybody stays square to the running back. That's how you're able to cut off those backside gaps.
3rd and short 7, long 6 for Russell Wilson. On the far hash. 2 receivers to the near side. They motion to the left slot, Slayton. And Russell Wilson's going deep middle, right into the teeth of the defense. Intercepted. Christian Roland Wallace. The first takeaway of the year by Kansas City at midfield. And Roland Wallace is forced out of bounds in front of the Giant bench near midfield. Last year he had a gigantic interception against the San Francisco 49ers. And Christian Roland Wallace in as a dime DB that time. Gets the pickoff playing center field and a 21-yard interception return to the Giant 47-yard line. 6-0 Kansas City. The Chiefs finally get a takeaway. Early second quarter on the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network.
For over 86 years, GEHA has offered medical and dental benefits designed to meet the unique needs of federal employees and retirees, military retirees and their families. With over 2 million members and growing, GEHA continues to serve those members and families who serve all of us every day. GEHA, your friend in federal since 1937, and the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because you had just one more 3 rounds ago. Because the 5 a.m. flight seemed like a good idea at the time. Because check engine lights always appear at the worst possible times. And because parking downtown is a nightmare. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area, there are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network, because they did. But now the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. T-Mobile's network has the most advanced 5G, with more towers, and their signal reaches further than ever. So you can text and Insta-talk and say, "You won't believe where I am."
T-Mobile is the best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. See T-Mobile.com/network.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me."
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Chiefs football is brought to you by the Kansas Lottery Play On app. Scan your tickets for more chances to win.
The first takeaway of the season by the Kansas City Chiefs belongs to Christian Roland Wallace, playing center field in deep coverage, and Russell Wilson Goes the pick and a 21-yard interception returned by CRW for the INT. And Kansas City's got 1st and 10 at the Giant 47-yard line. Now can the Chiefs cash in?
They absolutely can. Maybe go for a home run here. Try to shut down the energy here at MetLife Stadium.
The Giant defensive front has had energy as anticipating, especially Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau. Chiefs will run it 1st down. They go right behind right guard. And the New Jersey native, Isaiah Pacheco's got 8 yards, busting right into the defense and Bobby Okereke.
Yeah, great job of blocking at the point of attack. Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Kingsley Suamataia, all 3 of those guys, the interior core getting it done.
2nd and 2 for Mahomes and Kansas City at the 39 of the Giants. 3rd straight possession in Giant territory, but the first 2 field goals by Harrison Butker. They fake a handoff. Quick pass near sideline, caught by Thornton, and he's pushed out of bounds. Tyquan Thornton running a boundary route. Good play action fake. It's a gain of 7 and a Kansas City 1st down to the G-Man 32.
Yeah, good adjustment by Thornton on the sideline. The ball was thrown on his back hip. Not a bad throw, an accurate throw, because a throw in front of him might have led him out of bounds. Those small little parts of the game. Good to see both guys on the same page.
And Jalen Royals is active tonight. We have yet to see him. Tight triangle to the right of Mahomes. As Rashard Smith orbit motion, but they'll run it left to Pacheco, running hard and through the grasp of the Giant defenders. He dives forward with Brian Burns hanging on to him at the 26 of the Giants, and a gain of 6 on 1st down. Great to see Pacheco pick up 8, then 6, going with his pads down right at the Giants' teeth.
Yeah, protecting the football in traffic as well and falling forward at contact.
2nd down and 4. Kansas City at the 26 of New York. Pacheco stays in. You hear Mahomes bark out the calls with our great parabolic operators. Manning the controls down there. Mahomes, right side, Kelce with the catch at the 20 on a crossing pattern. 1st down Chiefs, and a pickup of 6 yards going left to right. Bobby Okereke eventually got there, but not in time to prevent a Chiefs 1st down at the 20.
Juju Smith-Schuster kind of did a little snag motion and went to the opposite side of the field, and there wasn't any adjustment at all by the defense. So he was wide open in the middle of the field. Expect them maybe to exploit that later.
1st and 10, Kansas City leading 6-0 at 6:29 to go in the 1st half. Rashard Smith is in on 1st down as the running back. Smith-Schuster trots to the right in motion. Mahomes raises the right leg, swing route, and it throws right to Rashard Smith, incomplete. Really well played by Swayze Bozeman, the former Chief, who played 3 games for the Chiefs last year. Bozeman signed off the practice squad. It's like he saw that play and was waiting for it. Saw the formation and ran right to Rashard Smith. 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs at the 20 of the Giants. 6-0 Kansas City. 6:17 to go in the 1st half. Pacheco, good on this drive, is the running back. To the far side of the field as he shades left hip. Here comes pressure. Comes near side on a pass of RPO to Kelce. He's actually going to lose 2 yards. Smith-Schuster was the one blocker in front of him. Cordell Flott and Drew Phillips flew over there to tackle Kelce. And Kansas City now has 3rd down and 12 at the Giant 22, leading 6-0.
The Giants came with the blitz through the A gap. Patrick Mahomes saw it, but made an adjustment. The Giants recognized it. Tip your cap to the defense and their preparation there.
3rd and 12 at the Giant 22. Kansas City, 2 of 4 on 3rd down. 3 eligible to the right. Now Noah Gray taps in motion, comes back tight wing.
Are you ready to get in the game with the Kansas City Chiefs and Shelter Insurance? You can win a VIP game day experience at Arrowhead Stadium, including tickets, parking, and a visit to the Chiefs radio booth to watch Mitch Holtis in action. Contact a Shelter Insurance agent and ask them to sign you up. For a list of participating agents and giveaway rules, visit shelterinsurance.com/getinthegame for your chance to win. Shelter Insurance, proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Listen up, Chiefs Kingdom. It's football season. That means it's tailgating season. No one does it better than the experts at Hy-Vee. Elevate your tailgate. At Hy-Vee, you can find the perfect fit. From meats to veggies to snacks at any of our 20 metro locations.
From the best burgers, brats, and wings to Chiefs apparel, Hy-Vee's the perfect teammate for your tailgate, at home or in the parking lot. Let us enhance your game experience in delicious fashion. Hy-Vee, the official grocery and convenience store sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Tickets for Less is your trusted choice for tickets to every Chiefs game with the best prices and service. Ticketsforless.com. There's nothing that beats the atmosphere at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. And Tickets for Less makes being there easy. Plus, upgrade your game day with the all-inclusive VIP tailgate, featuring food, drinks, and the ultimate pre-game party in Kansas City. Secure your Chiefs tickets now at Ticketsforless.com. And don't forget to save big with promo code Chiefs Radio.
Mitch Holzer's back along with Dana Hughes. Josh Klingler on the sideline. 6-0 Kansas City over the New York Giants on 2 Butker field goals of 54 and 48, but he missed a 40-yarder that could have given the Chiefs a 2-possession lead. So what have the Giants done? They have answered, particularly with Cam Scatterbo on a double-digit run, another nice run, and then a 16-yard dump pass. So the Giants have the ball at the Kansas City 33 with 2nd and 9 at the 2-minute warning.
Don't be surprised to see something down the middle of the field. They had success last week against the Cowboys with those rail routes down the middle, maybe in 4-down territory because of that kicker situation.
Malik Neighbors came into the week with 25 targets, the most in the league. He has 0 tonight. He's lined up to the left of Russell Wilson with Scatterbo, the running back, to his right. Wilson looks at Neighbors. Now he's going to dump it to Scatterbo, and the pass is almost intercepted off the right hand of Scatterbo, and it flipped up in the air for a moment as Jalen Watson came screaming in to try to intercept it. Instead, it's incomplete, and it's 3rd and 9 Giants at the 33-yard line of Kansas City. And again, keep in mind, Graham Gano questionable with the groin injury, and Jamie Gillen, who did kick field goals for Arkansas Pine Bluff, but he's the punter and has not attempted a field goal in his NFL career. But first things first, 3rd and 9 Giants at the 33 of Kansas City. Pressure on a deep throw ball left, and it's overthrown and incomplete. And now a flag is thrown. It should have been uncatchable football, wasn't it? Well, it's at the line of scrimmage, and maybe a late hit on Russell Wilson as Chris Jones was going back there.
Chris Jones and George Karlaftis was back there.
The passer. Defense number 56.
Karlaftis is called for the penalty. The Chiefs would have had 4th down on the Giants and 9 instead. It's a penalty on George Karlaftis for roughing the passer.
They got there just a second too late. Tough break for the defense. Inside 2 minutes, that had an opportunity for a final drive and 2 consecutive drives as they get the ball to come out for the 3rd quarter.
Huge penalty on Karlaftis. And an automatic 1st down for the Giants at the 18 of Kansas City. Scatterbo tries right, tries to veer left, and then Nick Bolton gets him. A no gain on the play and a flag thrown. And it's going to be holding on Kansas City. Defensive holding on the heels of Karlaftis with roughing the passer.
Holding. Defense number 95.
Chris Jones
did that last week too. Trying to help your teammates. You cannot hold an offensive line from getting to their responsibility. Most of the time it's the second level. Looks like he was holding on number 78, Andrew Thomas.
The all-pro tackle getting his first action since week 6 of a year ago. Out with a plantar fasciitis injury.
149. Thank you.
But I sense here some frustration. There was frustration on the Chiefs sideline with Travis Kelce. And then Karlaftis, who's been trying to get to the quarterback, gets there a little late. Now Chris Jones on a defensive holding call. 1st and 10 Giants at the Kansas City 13. 6-0 Kansas City. Minute 49 to go in the half. Scatterbo right up the gut at the 10, veering left, 5, stumbling, and into the end zone. Is he down at the 1? Nope, touchdown, New York Giants. Cam Scatterbo running hard right up the middle. It's a 13-yard run and a touchdown for the Giants.
Mistakes are costly. They cost us possibly 7 points here. A dominant effort by the Chiefs throughout this first half. They go into halftime down by 1 point.
The kicker will be Gillen. Jamie Gillen is going to try the place kick. He did kick for Arkansas Pine Bluff in college. At the FCS level, he's going to try his first ever placement kick, and that's blocked. It's blocked. The Chiefs can advance this, but it goes into the end zone. The Chiefs did not touch it, so the Giants will pick it up. But this game stays tied at 6 apiece as Jamie Gillen kicking for the injured Graham Gano, and the kick is blocked on the PAT, and the score stays 6-6. And we'll try to find out officially who blocked the PAT. 1:44 to go in the half. Tied at 6 on the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network.
For over 86 years, GEHA has offered medical and dental benefits designed to meet the unique needs of federal employees and retirees, military retirees and their families. With over 2 million members and growing, GEHA continues to serve those members and families who serve all of us every day. GEHA, your friend in federal since 1937, and the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
This is Dana Hughes. In Kansas City football, we honor tradition, but we always look forward to what's next. That's why I'm all in for Flight by Yingling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, clean, and full of flavor, just the way a light beer should be. It's got the legacy and the stats to back it up. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer and the official beer of Dana Hughes. BG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Chiefs Kingdom, are we ready to play? It's time for the Chiefs Kingdom scratch ticket, only from the Kansas Lottery. You could win up to $75,000 instantly, with even more ways to win exclusive, one-of-a-kind Kansas City Chiefs experiences through the Play On app. Play the Kansas Lottery Chiefs Kingdom scratch ticket today. See KSLottery.com for details.
Is your place packed tighter than a game day crowd at Arrowhead? Storage Mart has the Hail Mary you need. Super fans like you can score $20 off storage units when you use code CHIEFS20 at checkout. That's code CHIEFS20 for $20 off only at Storage Mart. Offer available at select locations. Restrictions apply. Visit storage-mart.com to rent online today. That's storage-mart.com. Storage Mart is proud to be the official storage provider of Chiefs Kingdom.
1:44 to go in the first half. 6-6 tie. Chiefs have 2 field goals from Harrison Butker and a miss from Butker. And then the Giants use the miss to drive down and get a Cam Scatterbo touchdown of 13 yards. But the PAT by the punter, because Graham Gano, their kicker, is hurt, was blocked. They give the official block to Ashton Gelati, the rookie, and now it's a 6-6 tie. Chiefs with 3 timeouts left, and the kickoff will be taken, feet straddling the goal line, by Brashard Smith. He's at the 20, spins, and gets wrapped up right there at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I think in this circumstance, Mitch, one of the halftime adjustments, especially since we get the ball coming out for half, maybe have those guys line up at the goal line. You have a punter that's kicking off. That ball would have went into the end zone. We would have got the ball on the 40-yard line. So those are the nuances of a game when your kicker is hurt and you have to have your punter go.
Chiefs have 1st and 10 at their own 21. They have 3 timeouts and a minute 38. Mahomes pump faking, launches one near side. It's incomplete, blanketing the coverage. Drew Phillips on Noah Gray. And it's 2nd down and 10 for the Chiefs from their own 21 with the game tied at 6.
And the Giants are in heat-seeking mode here with 4-man rush. We mentioned Brian Burns, those guys, Thibodeau on the other side, those two bookends.
Abdul Carter, the rookie, out of Penn State, 3rd pick overall in the draft. Also, big-time rusher. Here they come with pressure again. Mahomes now swings it. This is going to be a lateral. This is a lateral picked up by the Giants and got back. The Chiefs pick it back up at the 7. Patrick Mahomes got it. The second time in this game, the Chiefs have tried to throw a check down, but it's a lateral and not a forward pass. And Mahomes recovers at the 7-yard line, and the Giants are thinking of getting the ball back because the Chiefs have 3rd and 25 at their own 6-yard, 7-yard line. A loss of 15. Bobby Okereke punched the ball.
Timeout.
And Mahomes,
the second of the half,
able to cover it up, and now the Giants are thinking they can score. A minute 16 to go in the half, and the Chiefs have 3rd and 25 from their own 7, game tied at 6. Let's go to Josh Klingler on the sideline.
And that guy's that plays right in front of me. Patrick Mahomes just goes and rips the ball out away from Okereke as he's picking it up, trying to scoot into the end zone. I think he was probably thinking 6. Mahomes just scooped in underneath and stole it back.
Second time that's happened in the game. And the Chiefs are fortunate that neither time the Giants got their hands on the ball.
And it's not necessary, Mitch. This is a ball that Patrick has thrown. The pocket is actually secure. He just has to stay in there and be okay with it. He gets rid of the ball errantly and not on the same page with Isaiah Pacheco. Could have been costly.
The Giants have 1 timeout left. They just used one. A 6-6 tie. A minute 24 to go, second quarter. Kareem Hunt is the lone setback. The Chiefs have to get to the 32 to get to the line of the game. 3 wide for the Chiefs. They'll run it. Kareem Hunt on a draw. Gets to the 10, bashes out to the 13. Giants will use their last timeout. Now, Dane Belton makes a stop, an Iowa Hawkeye for you. But here comes, we mentioned, their outstanding punt returner.
New York.
Is now Gunnar Olszewski will come out. It's the first punt of the game for Matt Ariza. Game tied at 6. Minute 19 to go in the first half.
1, 2, 1. Thank you.
But Olszewski is good a kick returner. He's a better punt returner. Came into this week 2nd in the NFL in punt returns. He's very aggressive, too. Just 1 fair catch on 7 possible punt returns.
And we need a booming punt, but it has to be on an angle. A deep punt just won't do it if it's down the middle of the field, especially with such a dangerous returner here.
Ariza, outstanding week last week, needs a punt like last week. Stands with both feet about a half-yard deep in the end zone. Ball will be snapped in the center of the field. Game tied at 6. Ariza gets it away. High and short. Olszewski looks at it. It's going to be touched before the returner could get it by Josh Williams. And this is going to be fair catch interference or interference on the punt return. And this is going to give the Giants a great opportunity at 1:11 to go in the first half. 5-1 a hang time. There's a 45-yard punt. For some reason, Joshua Williams came down and put his hand up and touched the ball before it even reached Olszewski.
Well, Joshua had a clear lane to the returner there, tried to slow himself down and picked his hands up to try to put the brakes on.
The opportunity to catch the kick. Kicking team number 2, a 15-yard penalty.
And it's a 15-yard penalty. So immediately, the Giants are going to be in Chiefs territory at 1:11 to go in the half and a 6-6 tie. So Kansas City, in just this last sequence of events, Butker misses a 40-yard field goal. Then they get a defensive holding penalty. They get a roughing the passer penalty. They get a lateral pass that was almost recovered by the Giants. Not exactly sure what Joshua Williams was doing. 1st and 10 for the Giants at the 41 of Kansas City. Again, their field goal kicker is injured. Jamie Gillen just had a field goal block.
That's for the home run here.
Giants aren't thinking field goal here. Chiefs showing blitz. Singletary's the running back, not Scatabo. On 1st and 10, Chiefs push the pocket. And now a throw to the left side is incomplete. And there were 4 Chiefs near the football than any Giant. George Karlaftis got pressure this time legally on Russell Wilson to force the incompletion. Stops the clock at 1:06 to go in the half. 6-6 tie. The Giants have the ball at the 41 of Kansas City.
Excellent job by the defense in disguising the blitz and then dropping off into zone coverage. Really nowhere for him to throw.
Chris Jones lines up on the outside this time, outside left. Giants with the ball at the Chief 41, 1:06 to go in a 6-6 tie. Long ball, left side, flag on the play as Noel Williams trying to hang with Darius Slayton. And a penalty here, it looks like face mask, in trying to get the press on Slayton. Noel Williams grabs the face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 20. A 15-yard penalty.
That is 30 yards in penalties to give New York a great chance at 1:02 to go in the half and a 6-6 tie. The ball is now at the 26. The sixth penalty on Kansas City, but this sequence has been 3 of the last 4 penalties have been 15-yard penalties. First and 10 Giants at the Kansas City 26, 6-6 tie. 1:02 to go in the first half. Going to run the ball. Singletary tries the right side. He will get to the Kansas City 23 and get shoved back. A gain of 3. Here's Josh Klingler on the sideline.
All right, back to a new left tackle, Andrew Thomas, who was starting tonight for the first time in a long time, coming off of injury. I see him standing over there without his helmet at the moment. So Marcus Bowe back in at left tackle. He played last week after they had the misery with James Hudson on the opening drive, in which he had 4 penalties on the opening drive at left tackle, pulled for Marcus Bowe. He was replaced by Andrew Thomas to start tonight, and now Bowe is back in.
Chiefs have called timeout here on 2nd and 6 at the 22 of Kansas City. Thinking they're going to get time back here, perhaps?
I'm not
sure. It gives a free timeout here to the Giants in this sequence. Yeah, Marcus Bowe actually did a pretty good job last week, a rookie out of Purdue. But Andrew Thomas has not played since week 6 of last year, their Pro Bowl left tackle. Again, Liz Frank injury. Tried to give it a go tonight, but the Giants with a 6-6 tie have 2nd and 6 at the Kansas City 22. Devin Singletary, the running back. 3 eligible to the right, and now Neighbors goes to the outside. Malik Neighbors, it may be a long ball to the right side here. They load the right side. Chiefs trying to bring pressure on Russ Wilson. He hangs on. He's going for Neighbors in the end zone. It's going to be intercepted! Intercepted by Jalen Watson! Intercepted at the back pylon, near the back pylon, 8 yards deep in the end zone for Watson. Just his second career interception. He had the 99-yard pick 6 against the Chargers his rookie year. This one is gigantic, precluding a Giant score. And well played by Jalen Watson against the outstanding second-year wide receiver Malik Neighbors.
Well, prior to that play, Mitch, I was a little bit perplexed about calling the timeout, wondering if it was a mistake to give them more time to put points on the board before the half. I guess I'm outsmarted. We knew better. Our defense steps up. Second turnover of the year, second turnover of the game.
First and 10 at the 20, though. 49 seconds to go in the half. And the pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Brian Burns. Coming outside Josh Simmons. And Burns almost snatched that out of the sky and intercepted it. Let's go to Josh Klingler.
And Burns is down, guys. Looked like may have stepped awkwardly on his left leg in making that play. He's right now sitting at about the 8-yard line. Training staff coming out to see him after making that play.
Yeah, he went down. Again, good call there, Josh, on his left leg. 2 interceptions, though, one by Christian Roland Wallace and now one by Jalen Watson. But this one in the end zone against Malik Neighbors.
Due to their injury, timeout. New York, their first extra, the 4th timeout.
This is going to be the extra timeout. They're calling for Jackson Dart. We may see him in the second half. A 6-6 tie here, but the Chiefs have got to block this front. I think Brian Burns is one of the more underrated players in this league. A 2-time Pro Bowler, 5 years as a Carolina Panther. He had a sack against the Chiefs in the COVID year of 2000 and a 33-31 narrow Chiefs victory, but 10 forced fumbles.
Operator, please set to 40 seconds.
Of all the really good edge defenders and pass rushers in this league, Brian Burns is kind of mentioned in the second paragraph, but he's outstanding.
Yes, he has been a staple of this defense and every defense he's been a part of. They draft Abdul Carter, and they really thought they were going to have a core of guys between Thibodeau, Carter, and Burns that were going to be wreaking havoc on opposing quarterbacks. Let's hope that this injury is not too serious.
Carter's out there now at left defensive end. Plus they have the inside guys, Dexter Lawrence the second, Darius Alexander. 6-6 tie. 46 seconds to go in the first half. Chiefs have 2nd and 10 at their own 20. Mahomes goes middle, caught by Kelce, and Kelce is spun to the ground at the 30-yard line, and they will wind the clock, but they give him the first down. They move the chains on the far side, but now the near side doesn't move. Timeout by Kansas City, but they move the chains on the Giants sideline. They're going to say 2nd and 1. They move the chains prematurely
30 seconds in length.
on the far side of the field, but the
40 seconds, 4-0.
official on the near side rules it short of the first down. Now they're going to
look like the ball.
They're going to give him the first down. This is what a comedy of errors here.
Well, the problem with this, Mitch, is that if they mark this correctly and everybody's in sync, the clock is moving, we're running another play. Now we have to use a timeout because of the errors of the officials here. So it takes one timeout off the board for us during this final drive to try to get in the field goal range.
After review, the ruling is the runner was short of the first down. It would be 3rd down.
So it's 3rd down and less than a yard.
42 seconds.
This makes it even worse. They've burned up Chiefs had to burn up a timeout. And in thinking they had first down, now they got 3rd down and less than a yard. 40 seconds to go in the half. 6-6 tie. Chiefs with 2 field goals. The Giants with a touchdown and a PAT was blocked.
Kansas City does not charge the timeout.
Okay, well, there you get it back. So at least there's that.
The officials are still conferring with each other. Chiefs are ready to get up to the line of scrimmage.
Correction. Kansas City will be charged a timeout their 2nd of the half.
Wow. Land Clark, the land shark. 6-6 tie. This is, you got to pick up the first down. You have 43 seconds. You have 3rd and 1 at your own 29 and 1 timeout left. Pacheco's the running back. Chiefs go 3 wide, tight right. Pacheco will run it and gets the first down to the 32-yard line. And now the Chiefs have to use their last timeout.
Timeout.
Picking up
Kansas City.
The first down.
The 3rd and final of the half. Again, 30 seconds.
6-6 tie. But really an administrative snafu forced the Chiefs to burn a timeout. And then they think they have first down, or they have 3rd and 1.
Now, this is a circumstance here, Mitch, where you're going to call 2 plays in the huddle, but now with the first down, one of those 2 plays has to be a target down deep. You have to maybe go towards the sideline. We saw a deep corner route last week work well for Tyquan Thornton. Maybe see a deep out here to the wide side.
Got to protect first. 40 seconds left in the half. 6-6 tie. Chiefs at their own 32. Mahomes keeps it alive. Scrambling right. And now will throw it away. The Giants will argue for intentional grounding. Abdul Carter, the rookie out of Penn State, 3rd pick in the draft, was on the chase. No flag thrown. 2nd and 10. Chiefs at their own 32.
No foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback was outside the pocket and the pass crossed the line of scrimmage.
So it crossed the line of scrimmage. Not by much. But anyway, take it 2nd and 10. Chiefs at their own 32. You got to find a chunk somewhere. Kareem Hunt at running back. Giants show a 3-man, now a 4-man rush. 2-point stance by Abdul Carter. Here he comes to the right of Mahomes. Mahomes stepping up, throwing long down the middle of the field, and the pass is going to be nearly intercepted. Tyquan Thornton was the intended receiver, and Paulson Adebo. As the ball hung up in the air, Adebo got there and probably had a better chance to come down with the football, but instead it's incomplete. and the Chiefs have 3rd and 10 at their own 32.
Yeah, missed opportunity here. Had the entire wide side of the field to maybe lead Tyquan Thornton out towards the sideline. I know this is a post route, but he threw it just a little bit behind him. Otherwise, could have been a huge play.
6-6 tie. 3rd and 10 for the Chiefs at their own 32. 27 seconds left, second quarter. Giants again with the pressure. Mahomes retreating into the pocket, goes in the middle. Caught, dropped in the hands of Juju Smith-Schuster, and he drops the ball, but a flag thrown late. It's going to be illegal contact on the Giants, and to be an automatic first down, a reprieve for the Chiefs.
Illegal contact.
Juju Smith-Schuster upset with himself. The ball was in his hands, but the Chiefs get a reprieve. They'll get 5 yards, but more than that, they will get a new set of downs. Out of timeouts, 23 seconds to go in the half, and a 6-6 tie.
Yeah, I think Juju Smith-Schuster was a little bit surprised that he was so wide open across the middle of the field. Missed opportunity.
Chiefs in the zone now of a 10-second runoff. Out of timeouts if the clock is moving and a penalty is committed by Kansas City. They're at the 37 their own. Mahomes again retreating deep. Here comes pressure. Moves to the right side. And Mahomes still moving to the right side. Now he is going to launch it across the field long. He wants Hollywood Brown trying to come to the ball, and it's incomplete, and a flag thrown. It'll be pass interference on the Giants at the 11-yard line. Incredible. Drew Phillips was the man. Again, he's had more burns than anybody in the league in the first 2 weeks. This was shades of the jump ball last week that the Eagles caught against Trent McDuffie. Mahomes threw it across his body from the right sideline to the center of the field.
Pass interference. Defense.
It's an automatic first down and a 52-yard launch by Mahomes and a 52-yard penalty on the Giants.
Give your guys a chance. And with 7 seconds right here, Mitch, we're going to try for one shot in the end zone. It's got to be a quick hitting throw, likely towards the sideline, and still have an opportunity, if incomplete, or complete on the sideline, to run the field goal unit on the field.
1st and 10 at the 11, but that's moot with 7 seconds to go. Sprint out action to the right. Mahomes sprints out, throws it incomplete. 4 seconds to go in the half. Brian Burns back on the field. Man, he has been everywhere tonight. But now Butker, who missed a field goal from 40 yards, had a 54-yarder good, but it hit the left upright in the first quarter. Made a 48-yarder that was going right to left, inside the left upright. This will be a short field goal for Butker. The Chiefs do get the ball to start the third quarter, so they could score back-to-back here, but they need to get a lead here. This will be a field goal attempt of 29 yards in the center of the field. Ariza waits for the go signal. The kick by Butker, and he got it from 29, and the Chiefs have a 9-6 lead at halftime after a 52-yard defensive pass interference penalty on Drew Phillips of the Giants. Whew, what a half. Joshua Briscoe is standing by with a Hy-Vee halftime show. Next on the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network.
Now it's time for the Hy-Vee halftime report. It's brought to you by Hy-Vee. The world's best tailgating begins at Hy-Vee. Proud official grocery sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
Unlimited data at $25 a month on Cricket Wireless when you bring in your own device, so you spend more time doing the things you love on your phone without spending more on it. Now that's a great plan to keep the phone you love. That's unlimited data at $25 a month on Cricket Wireless when you bring in your own device. Speed restrictions apply. Requires a line in your own phone. Phone must be new to Cricket. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Now, here is Joshua Briscoe.
A wild first half. The Chiefs up 9-6 over the New York Giants. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
OKC Sports Radio, KINB 105.3 FM HD1. Kingfisher, Oklahoma City, a Perry Broadcasting Station.
Tonight's stats update is powered by Flight by Yingling. Just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. You can take your pick on the stat sheet. Frankly, the invisible yards played a huge role in this first half for both teams. The penalty yards. It was a 52-yard penalty that got the Chiefs into field goal range there for Harrison Butker to get a little bit of first half redemption to make it 9-6.
U.S. Tax Shield.
As the Giants scored a touchdown, the PAT is blocked. The Chiefs attempt 4 field goals, make 3 of them. Patrick Mahomes ends up going 12 for 23 for 100 yards in that first half. The interception from Chris Roland Wallace, the first Chiefs turnover of the season, and Jalen Watson getting a second pick down there in the end zone. It's been a messy half of football. Let's go ahead and take a look at one thing that happened in the AFC West today, not currently happening in front of your very ears, because the biggest game in the AFC West today was a showdown between the Broncos and Chargers in Los Angeles. It was a close one all the way until the final moments. Then, tied at 20-20, Cameron Dicker took the field.
Snap good, hold good, kick is good. Cam Dicker, the kicker, secures victory as the Chargers start the season 3-0.
Chargers win and take a stranglehold of the AFC West. They've beaten all 3 teams in the division. That's Matt Money Smith and Daniel Jeremiah on KFI AM 640. The Chargers alone at the top of the division, 3-0. We'll take a deep breath. We'll try to get ourselves together a little bit, talk a little bit more about what we just saw in that first half there in MetLife. Chiefs lead 9-6 into the half over the New York Giants. Take a timeout, come back with more here on the Chiefs Radio Network.
For over 86 years, GEHA has offered medical and dental benefits designed to meet the unique needs of federal employees and retirees, military retirees and their families. With over 2 million members and growing, GEHA continues to serve those members and families who serve all of us every day. GEHA, your friend in federal since 1937, and the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs Kingdom, game day is more than football. It's a tradition. And for over 175 years, Morton's Salt has been part of America's flavor story. From backyard grills to game day tailgates, we bring the taste that makes every bite worth cheering for. A shake of Morton's Salt turns good food into game day perfection. Generations of taste. Generations of winning. Morton's Salt. Still pouring, still trusted since 1848.
Get your Kansas Lottery Holiday Millionaire Raffle ticket today for your best odds of winning $1 million. The early bird is back again, offering you a chance at $30,000. The earlier you play, the more chances to win. Play Kansas Lottery, proud sponsor of Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network.
Kevin Harlan here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Week 3 takes us to Baltimore for a showcase of 2 hot quarterbacks. When the Ravens, led by Lamar Jackson, coming off a 4-touchdown win last week, take on the Lions, led by Jared Goff, coming off a 5-touchdown performance. Join me and Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner. Detroit at Baltimore on Monday Night Football.
On OKC Sports Radio 105.3 HD1.
This is Coach Orvis. Join me and D-Wright for Prep Zone.
Every week, we are your source for high school scores and live reports. It's highlights from the bright lights with conversations and more. It's the Prep Zone.
Friday nights from 10 to 11 on OKC Sports Radio 105.3.
Are you looking to rent a car? Better yet, do you need to rent a car but don't want to go through the hassle? If you said yes, let the professionals at A Plus Rent a Car put you in a rental vehicle today. They have low rates and the only requirements to rent a vehicle is you must be at least 21 years of age with a valid license, utility bill, and lease. Deposits are as low as $100. That's it. Low daily and weekly rental rates are available and great cars to choose from. A Plus Rent a Car is located at 2906 Northwest 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. Check out our website at apluscarental.com or call 405-602-0000. That's 405-602-0000 for A Plus Rent a Car. They accept
the month
cash,
of May
debit,
is Mental
prepaid,
Health
and credit
Awareness
cards.
Month in the NFL, but we're going to expand that just a bit because I'm happy to be joined by Casey Muckler, the Crisis Services Coordinator with the Missouri Department of Mental Health. How you doing, Casey?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Casey, tell us a little bit about the 988 Crisis Lifeline number.
Yeah, so the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is a free and confidential resource that's available 24/7 for anyone experiencing emotional distress, a mental health concern, or a substance use crisis.
And that number can be called or text or chat specifically to 988 for all of those reasons, correctly?
Yep. So you can call, text, or chat 988 and connect right away with a trained crisis specialist who will listen to you, provide that support, and help you find resources to help support you in that moment and after you talk to the person.
And for everyone in the Chiefs Kingdom listening to this, that 988 number is so important because it doesn't just pertain to you. It can also pertain to someone else you care about, correct?
988's for you, but it's also for anybody else that you're worried about. So if you're worried about a friend, a teammate, or a family member, let them know that 988 is available to offer them support too. You can even call 988 with them.
And that's specifically for the resources in emotional distress, relationship challenges, grief, substance use concerns, mental health symptoms, and many more, right?
That's right. We really don't define what a crisis looks like for somebody. So if somebody feels like they could benefit from talking in the moment, we encourage them to reach out to 988.
That's Casey Muckler, the Crisis Services Coordinator for the Missouri Department of Mental Health. Thank you so much for your time, Casey.
Thank you.
Our RE/MAX review is brought to you by RE/MAX, your residential real estate leader for 50 years in the kingdom.
And Russell Wilson's going deep middle, right into the teeth of the defense. Intercepted. Christian Roland Wallace. The first takeaway of the year by Kansas City at midfield, and Roland Wallace is forced out of bounds in front of the Giant bench near midfield.
There were really only two good options for the best highlight of the half that involved the Chiefs doing good things, not just taking advantage of Giants' mistakes. I'll also mention again that Jalen Watson interception that ended up giving the Chiefs the ball back at the 20, and then it took a lot of work to get back down into field goal range. But something else worth highlighting there, Jalen Watson was in coverage against Malik Neighbors, who has had 3 targets, none of them completed in the first half. So while the Chiefs' offense continues to struggle in a variety of ways, the defense, just a 6-point effort against the New York Giants. Although the injury report helps explain a little bit of what the Giants have done wrong. The Chiefs injury report brought to you by St. Luke's. For game day minor mishaps, get same-day care with St. Luke's convenient clinics or video visits so you won't miss a single play. Learn more at stlukeskc.org/same-day-care. No injuries from the Chiefs to report, which is obviously good news. But just before kickoff, Giants kicker Graham Gano was ruled questionable with a groin injury. Punter Jamie Gillen was spotted kicking into the net. Then you saw him there near the end with the PAT. Have that kick get blocked, and I got to see the replay once or twice. I'm not sure that was ever going through, but certainly credit to the Chiefs for blocking the kick. Ultimately, it forced the Giants to be more aggressive on 4th down earlier on, and then the PAT gets swatted down. That could be the difference in the game right now. That could arguably be the difference in 4 points for the New York Giants as the Chiefs lead 9-6. Giants running back Tyrone Tracy has been ruled out with a shoulder injury, and then Brian Burns left with a leg issue, but returned before the end of the half, so he appears to be good to go. Again, all good news on the Chiefs' injury front. They just need a little bit of explosion, one way or the other, on the offensive side of the ball. 3 carries for 17 yards for Isaiah Pacheco, 4 for 15 for Kareem Hunt. You saw a little jet sweep for Nico Remigio, and Patrick Mahomes has scrambled a couple of times, but 48 yards on the ground for the Chiefs, not getting it done in the first half. Meanwhile, the Giants have moved the ball on the ground pretty well, averaging a little less than 5 yards per carry, 6 for 75 as a team, with Cam Scatabo taking the lead there, 6 carries for 39 yards and his touchdown on the ground. That's our halftime report. The Chiefs lead 9-6. We'll send it back out to New Jersey and MetLife Stadium with the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holthus. Enjoy the second half on the Chiefs Radio Network.
Score big savings with Hy-Vee and the Kansas City Chiefs. Big points mean even bigger savings. Just shop Hy-Vee the day after a game and earn a Fuel Saver discount equal to the Chiefs score and based on the amount you spend. If the Chiefs score 42 points, you save 42 cents a gallon with any $42 purchase. The more we score, the more you save. Win or lose, everyone scores the day after a Chiefs game. Only at Hy-Vee. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/GatorXUV.
This has been the Hy-Vee Halftime Report with Joshua Briscoe. It was brought to you by Hy-Vee. We help Chiefs fans lead easier, healthier, and happier lives. Coming up, Mitch Holtis, Dayton Hughes, and Josh Klingler return with second half action. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
This is Coach Orvis. Join me and D. Wright for Prep Zone.
Every week, we are your source for high school scores and live reports. It's highlights from the bright lights with conversations and more. It's the Prep Zone.
Friday nights from 10 to 11 on OKC Sports Radio 105.3.
Once again, here is the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holtis.
The Chiefs lead 9-6 after a 52-yard pass interference penalty on Drew Phillips of New York. But after a 40-yard miss with a 6-0 lead by Harrison Butker, the Chiefs had a flurry of penalties. Cam Scatterbo got a giant touchdown to tie it at 6-6, but Graham Gano is hurt, the giant kicker, so the punter tried a PAT. It was blocked by Ashton Gelati. That was 6-6, and then the Chiefs got a big interception from Jalen Watson in the end zone. Now the second half kickoff, Chiefs leading 9-6 over the Giants, brought to you by the University of Kansas Health System, the official healthcare provider of the Chiefs, providing excellent care for Chiefs Kingdom. Learn more at kansashealthsystem.com/Chiefs. Nico Remigio and Brashard Smith will be back to take this kick, and it will be, again, the Scottish Hammer, Jamie Gillen. Started his career with Cleveland, but he's a punter. Now, he's done some kickoff duties, but I was looking back. He did place kick at Arkansas Pine Bluff. His senior year, he's the punter and the place kicker.
The last kickoff he had could have gone into the end zone.
And this one is a spinning kick that'll be taken on the fly by Remigio at the near side numbers. At the 20-25, they smash him, and he goes and spinning down at the 26-yard line. Let's go to Josh Klingler.
Yeah, you mentioned Gillen. He's also the holder normally for Graham Gano.
Yeah,
and he kicks left-footed. So Olszewski was out as the holder. They were warming up after halftime. Graham Gano was kicking as well, but guys didn't look all that great on that injured groin. Meanwhile, no injuries for the Chiefs to speak of. Heard the guys coming out of the locker room, though, and a lot of it was energy. Got to bring the juice in the second half.
First and 10, Chiefs with the first possession in this third quarter, leading 9-6. At their own 26, they're trying to run it. Pacheco bouncing off the first contact, then the second, and then he's Brian Burns, who's doing everything for the Giants. Takes Pacheco and spins him to the ground after a gain of 3 yards near side, short side of the field.
Yeah, tough 3-yard run there. Got through the first wave, but as you mentioned, Brian Burns is a handful for our defense in the rushing game and passing.
Second and 7, Kansas City, the 3-point lead. Just underway third quarter. Pacheco back in. They fake to him. Sprint out action right. Right side throw caught. Hollywood Brown on an RPO action, then sprint out right. Good play call. And the catch made at the right sideline in front of the Giant bench with Drew Phillips covering, but it's a 17-yard pickup. Excellent play call by Kansas City.
Yeah, use the wide field to your advantage. When the ball's on the left hash, Patrick Mahomes, a drawn-up play for him to move the pocket. Got to have the run game be a compliment.
First down and 10, sprinting in motion behind Mahomes, who's under center. It's Brashard Smith. They ran a jet sweep earlier. This one is going right up the gut to Pacheco. Across midfield. He gets to the Giant 46.5 yard line. And picks up a little over 7 yards on first down on a run right up the gut.
Well, they fake the jet sweep to Brashard Smith, and what that does, Mitch, is that holds the outside linebacker. So when we talk about Brian Burns being on the outside and being a factor in the run game, one way to negate that is to have that jet sweep.
9-6 Kansas City. Second and 2 at the 46 of the G-men. Pacheco gets it again, trying to go to the right side. This time he runs into Abdul Carter, and this is no gain on the play. Carter's lining up a lot in a two-point stance, almost like a linebacker.
Yeah, it looks like they want to have like their speed package, the package that we have with Mike Dana on the field and Charles Omenihu, and they're going to have the guys that are not necessarily the big, bulky defensive linemen, but the speedy guys that are tough to block.
3rd and 3, Kansas City at the Giant 47-yard line. Kansas City 3 of 7 on 3rd down. Empty backfield for the Chiefs. 4-man defensive front for the Giants. Mahomes, right side throw. Kelce at the Giant 40, 35. Pushed down from behind. But Kelce open and gets the first down. Pick up 13 yards to the Giant 35-yard line. Tyler Nubin couldn't hang.
We used to call this Y stick. It's a quick out by the tight end with an outside receiver running a clear out. You get isolated on the inside. Feel sorry for anybody trying to isolate one-on-one with Travis Kelce still.
Tony Gonzalez loved that route.
Yep.
1st and 10, Kansas City at the 34 of the Giants. 9-6 Chiefs. First drive either team, 3rd quarter. Motion by Noah Gray to set up 2-by-2. Middle blitz, right side throw, caught at the 27-yard line, trying to get and fight his way to the 25. As it goes on the outside, tough catch made by Hollywood Brown.
A little early on the whistle there. Hollywood Brown was still churning his legs. Got a couple of yards after contact, but they're going to bring the ball back.
Pickup of 7 on 1st down. 2nd and 3 Chiefs at the 27 of the Giants. 9-6 Kansas City. 11:25 to go, 3rd quarter. Josh Sims, Kingsley Suamatia, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Juwan Taylor, the offensive line. Pacheco, hands on his knees. Mahomes is under center. He's pointing out Abdul Carter as a linebacker here. Chiefs going to jet sweep. Near side, Brashard Smith, 25, runs into the defender, gets stood up, but drives forward. He does have a first down at the 22 of the Giants. It's a 5-yard pickup. Brashard Smith on a jet sweep right to left. It worked the opposite way in the first half to Nico Remigio.
And the wave-by tackle was Brian Burns on the end of the line of scrimmage. We put him in a blender like we did with T.J. Watt, Joey Bosa in the past, where they have to make a decision. Do they go for the running back or do they go for Brashard Smith on the jet sweep? Just got to have them guessing wrong.
1st and 10, Kansas City at the 22 of the Giants. Chiefs lead by 3. Early 2nd. Pacheco at running back, motion by Brashard Smith. Left side run, 2 blockers in front of Pacheco, 20, 15, angling and pushed out of bounds. And the Chiefs are in the Kansas Lottery red zone. Download the Kansas Lottery Play On app and let's play. A 10-yard pickup on a counter lead that time. 2 good blocks out in front of Isaiah Pacheco, and he gets to the Giant 12-yard line.
Yeah, Josh Simmons doing a job out there. Noah Gray with a good seal block. And then also Tyquan Thornton, not just a deep threat, physical in the run game on the perimeter, helps get the first down.
What was your 3rd key? Was it TDs and not? Oh, your 2nd key.
2nd key, TDs, not field goals.
And off Pacheco, near hash. From the 12 of the Giants, he will gain 4 yards and make it 5. Well, now put him down a 4-yard gain at the 8-yard line. Dexter Lawrence, the 2nd. Outstanding 3-time Pro Bowler. Last 3 Pro Bowls stopped him for the Giants.
Yeah, we had our fill of field goals in that first half. Now we got to punch it into the end zone.
The Chiefs can get a first down before reaching the end zone. 9-6 Kansas City, 9:19 to go, 3rd quarter. Empty backfield by Kansas City, spreading out the Giant defense. 3-by-2, the 2 are to the short side, including a flex. Travis Kelce, quick pass. Right side, Juju Smith-Schuster lowering the shoulder. Stood up, trying to dive forward. He'll get just to the 4-yard line. Or they say knee touching at the 5. They've got a knee touching short of the 5. A 3-yard pickup. And that is going to leave 3rd down and 3 for the Chiefs at the 5-yard line of the Giants at 8:50 to go, 3rd quarter, 9-6 Kansas City.
And that's just an extended run play. I know it's a pass in the books and it's forward, but you're trying to loosen up the defense sideline to sideline.
Chiefs go empty again, 3-by-2. 3rd down and 3 at the Giant 5. 9-6 Kansas City. Mahomes barks out an audible. He brings Kareem Hunt in motion to him. Now he pump fakes right, throws up in for the end zone, and the pass is caught. Tyquan Thornton, touchdown! Kansas City! Tyquan Thornton with the TD. on a 5-yard throw by Mahomes, and he threads the needle for the first Chiefs touchdown of the game.
Yeah, the primary target was Travis Kelce on a little out route to his right. He's covered. Patrick Mahomes knows the backside slant, and Tyquan Thornton gets off the line of scrimmage, uses his hands. 10 good reasons to catch the ball. Those fingertips, he gets it done there. Keeps his body in bounds for the first touchdown of the night.
And the second time, tasting the sweet nectar of the end zone by Tyquan Thornton. He had the long one against Philadelphia. Now Butker, an all-important PAT. It is good, and the Chiefs have a 2-possession lead of 16-6. At 8:22 to go in the
DHA has offered medical and dental benefits designed to meet the unique needs of federal employees and retirees, military retirees and their families. With over 2 million members and growing, GEHA continues to serve those members and families who serve all of us every day. GEHA, your friend in federal since 1937, and the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Whatever task you're taking on in your outdoor space, all you need is Steel battery. Mow it, trim it, clean it, clear it. Whether you're ready to step up to cutting excellence with Steel mowers and chainsaws, or you want to upgrade with the clearing performance of Steel trimmers and blowers, now is the time to find the right Steel battery tools for your outdoor space. Find your local dealer at SteelDealers.com.
In real estate, there's a number for everything. Square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's knowing that RE/MAX agents have been voted the most trusted in real estate. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX voted most trusted real estate agency brand by American shoppers based on the 2024 BrainSpark American Trust Study. Each office independently owned and operated.
11 plays, 74-yard drive. Mahomes to Tyquan Thornton for 5 yards and a touchdown at the back of the end zone. But the Chiefs look like they made an adjustment on that drive, Danon Hughes.
Yeah, Mitch, a lot is always made about third down conversions, but if you listen to our broadcast, almost every week you and I talk about first down. What's done on first down? Well, on that drive, they had 5 first downs. 4 of them were runs for 25 yards. So just under 7 yards, 7 per play. And then they were 1 for 1 for 7 yards in passing. So a healthy mix, but trying to reestablish the run game early on first down.
Again, the Giants trying to play mind games to try to get Oshesky a return. The kick will come to the near side. It goes to Devin Singletary again. The ex-Bill and Houston Texan, 25, full head of steam, and stopped at the 32. As they unpile, Kevin Knowles, I should say, elevated for the second straight week of the practice squad, was there, along with 2 others. Hey, Chiefs fans, gear up for game day at Hy-Vee. Burgers, brats, Chiefs cookies, more. Everything you need to celebrate like a champ. Hy-Vee, a smile. There's a helpful smile in every aisle at Hy-Vee. 8:16 to go, third quarter. Chiefs 16, Giants 6. Kansas City with 10 unanswered back-to-back points after the Giants tied it at 6 and had a PAT miss, and then they had an interception in the end zone. Scatabo trying to get to the outside, being chased by Tranquil, and then torpedoed by Brian Cook. Load torpedo 1 and fire. Cook came in low and took out the legs of Cam Scatabo. It is no gain on the play on a first down run.
Yeah, great effort by Drew Tranquil to track him down from behind, but love to see the physicality coming from the free safety position of Brian Cook.
Also back there right now is Jaden Hicks. Chiefs have rotated safeties and corners in this game. It's what they normally do. They're in a base set here. A 4-3 look on 2nd and 10 for the Giants. Tight end in motion, Theo Johnson. Snap back to Russell Wilson. He'll step up and scramble. 35-yard line, 40, 45. And the 36-year-old Russell Wilson scrambles for a gain up to the 46-yard line and a pickup of 14 yards.
And that's the dangerous aspect of the game with Russell Wilson. They actually rotate him onto the sideline now, so a little change in quarterbacks.
Wow. So Russell Wilson scrambles for 14, and now Jackson Dart, the rookie out of Ole Miss who started at USC, is in the lineup. He's got Singletary and Scatterbo flanking him in the backfield. He looks at Scatterbo. He's in trouble. He can run, but he runs into Omar Norman Lott, who grabs him and throws him down at the Giants' own 48, a gain of 3 yards. Now, Dart can run.
Yeah.
A first-round pick, and now Wilson's going to come back in. Who used to do this in the old days? So it's like every snap they'd bring in a different quarterback.
Yes. Trying to change things up. Dart has played in these games this season, but does not have a passing attempt.
And at Ole Miss, 72 touchdowns, 16 picks. He was number one in the play-action pass snaps in FBS. Second down and long. Wilson back in there. Pump faking. Won't escape this time. Chris Jones fights through and sacks him back at the 44-yard line. A loss of 5, and that's your Big Mac sack, Chiefs fans. That means you score the next day with a buy one, get one free Big Mac at McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. Big sack, Big Mac, Chris Jones, big win.
Chris Jones' first sack of the season. Been so close in the first 3 games. Good to see him get on the board.
Dueling quarterbacks, they'll keep Wilson out there now on 3rd and 12 at his own 44. 16-6 Chiefs, 5:33 to go in the third quarter. 2 eligible to the left, 1 to the right. 4-man rush, they push the pocket. Chris Jones trying to get him again, but he goes free across the 50, and then Wilson is hit short of a first down at the Kansas City 48. He gains 8, but they're 4 yards short of a first down. 4th down and 4 at the Kansas City 48 with 5:10 to go in the third quarter. They will run on the punting unit, but this is a punt safe call if you are Dave Tobe, aren't you? This is a perfect place for a fake punt.
Definitely. First, you got to hold your water. Don't want to give up a 5-yard penalty for offsides and give them a free first down. So discipline is the key here.
16-6 Kansas City. 4:46 to go third quarter. Gillen almost has it blocked. The punt comes to the near side. Remigio takes it. He's got a man behind him and hangs on to the ball. He gets to the 20-yard line. Jamari Connor was 1/8 of an inch of punting that, or blocking the punt of Jamie Gillen, and then a very dangerous take by Remigio because the gunner had slipped in behind him. But still, no fumble, 32-yard punt, 3 yards on the return. Chiefs will have it back, leading 16-6. 4:38 to go third quarter. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
DRS provided me with a pathway to live life again. Empower yourself. Talk to DRS Vocational Rehabilitation or Services for the Blind today. OKDRS.gov. 800-487-4042.
This is Coach Orvis. Join me and D. Wright for Prep Zone.
Every week, we are your source for high school scores and live reports. It's highlights from the bright lights with conversations and more. It's the Prep Zone.
Friday nights from 10 to 11 on OKC Sports Radio 105.3.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
A little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
16-6 Kansas City at 4:38 to go in the third quarter.
Ticketsforless.com has the best selection of Chiefs tickets, parking, and VIP tailgate passes for every game this season, all with transparent prices and no service fees. Tickets for Less, proud partner of the Chiefs Radio Network.
7th possession for Kansas City. They've had field goal touchdown the last 2 drives to go up by 10 points. Stations, we owe you a station ID. Try to get that to you soon. Kansas City's last drive, 11 plays, 74 yards, but you mentioned fueled by 4 first-down runs with a 6-yard average on those runs. Now Kareem Hunt will be at running back. The line of scrimmage for the Chiefs officially the 19. Mahomes will be in the shotgun, but he's got Hunt in his left pocket, and he'll give it to Hunt. The Giants crashed down on him. Thibodeau just played run all the way. It's a gain of 3 yards up to the 22. Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
Your home for live and local high school sports. OKC Sports Radio, KIND 105.3 FM,
Kansas City. It's on 22. 16-6 Chiefs. 4:08 to go in the third quarter. Press coverage by the Giant corners on the outside, playing nickel here. Quick pass, right side, it's caught, and trying to put on a juke move to the outside. It gets up near, they're going to say a knee touching at the 26. That'll be a healthy 3 yards short of the first down. Tyquan Thornton just to rise up and throw. Kansas City will have third down and 2.5 to go for a first down. They got to get to the 29-yard line, leading by 10.
Almost had the defense offsides there. Pretty close. Nice job securing the ball and then getting the positive yardage after catch.
Kareem Hunt stays in at running back. He's to the far side, left side of the field. Now he vacates, goes to the short side, comes back to the wide side. Mahomes, third down and short, goes right, and it's caught. Noah Gray with the catch and peels out to the outside and finally gets tackled at the 36, but it's a gain of 9 and a Chiefs first down. He worked against Bobby Okereke and kind of that pivot move, going in and then out, and the Chiefs have a first down.
Yeah, it's an excellent job. They vacated the backfield with Kareem Hunt, isolated Noah Gray on the right side, just one-on-one, mano-a-mano, we win.
Hunt stays in on this drive. Pacheco was good on the last drive. First and 10, Chiefs at their own 37, leading by 10. Clock ticking at 2:47 to go, third quarter. Shotgun snap, Mahomes hands it off. Hunt tries to attack the right side, and he gets pulled down by Abdul Carter. But he will pick up 2 yards. That play worked in the first half, the first drive with Pacheco going the opposite way. Kind of an outside run with a pull, backside tackle. Second down and 7 for the Chiefs. Hunt still in at running back, shades to the right. Hollywood Brown, some big catches, goes in motion left to right outside the numbers near the Giants bench. It's Hunt again, going left side across the 40. Hunt near a first down. Just shy, about 1.5 yards. Bobby Okereke prevents the first down, but a gain of 6 leaves the Chiefs with third down and short yardage at their own 45-yard line, leading 16-6 at 1:45 in the third quarter.
Seems like we got some premature whistles. I mean, there's yardage after contact. Guys continuing to turn their legs. That's the second time I've seen it. Once late in the second quarter, and that run right there, 1 more yard closer to the first down.
Hunt in the backfield, but he's also got Noah Gray back there. They come in motion with Hollywood Brown. They fake it to him, and now the right side throw is incomplete. Looking for Tyquan Thornton. And Thornton, running at the right side numbers, they were looking for a deep. And the Chiefs are going to go for it now with 4th and 1.5 at their own 45-yard line, leading 16-6 at 1:19 to go in the third quarter.
It's one of those plays where it looked like Patrick got a little too excited too quickly. He's held on to that ball one more tick. We may have a touchdown.
Chiefs at their own 45. Now they line up in the wing T formation. And timeout will be called by the Giants. The old school wing T, double tight ends, and the 4 in the backfield. You've got a shotgun snap to Mahomes, more like a pistol snap, about 1 yard closer to the center. But the 2 backs are at an angle. This is the Delaware wing T from Tubby Raymond. and then there's a back behind Mahomes. So
I think that was designed to force the Giants to call a timeout. We see the ball right around midfield. It's not uncharacteristic to maybe take a penalty, delay a game, try to draw the defense off sides, and it looks like we're going to rotate the punting unit on the field. But going back to that last play, he had Hollywood Brown running an arrow route, clear first down, tried to go for the home run, just got a little too excited, missed opportunity for a big play.
Chiefs with 4th and a yard and a half at their own 45, leading 16-6. 1:19 to go third quarter. Have Matt Ariza on the field. Oshesky is back. Again, talked all night about the danger of him as a returner. Punt away by Ariza. Oshesky looks at it, hates the fair catch, takes it. Angling left, and Winchester's going to get the tackle. His second tackle in as many weeks. Hang time at 4.26, a 43-yard punt. 9 yards on the return by Gunnar Oshesky. And there's not a fair catch he does not like. He's going to return everything. He gets to his own 20-yard line. 1:09 to go third quarter. Chiefs 16, Giants 6. This third quarter brought to you by GEHA.
When you're ready for some Kansas City Chiefs football, Hy-Vee is ready for you with party platters, sub sandwiches, burgers and brats, chips, dips, specialty cheeses and gourmet crackers, decorated football cakes, cookies, brownies, and a huge selection of craft beers and beverages. So whether you're planning a party from the back end of an SUV or the backyard of your home, elevate your tailgate at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is a proud sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network, because they did. But now the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. T-Mobile's network has the most advanced 5G, with more towers, and their signal reaches further than ever. So you can text and Insta-talk and say, "You won't believe where I am."
T-Mobile has the best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. See T-Mobile.com/network.
Get in the game with the Chiefs Kingdom Scratch Ticket, only available from the Kansas Lottery. Play for a chance to win up to $75K instantly. Enter your tickets into the Kansas Lottery Play-On app for the chance to win Chiefs experiences. See kslottery.com/gov for details.
Is your place packed tighter than a game day crowd at Arrowhead? Storage Mart has the Hail Mary you need. Super fans like you can score $20 off storage units when you use code CHIEFS20 at checkout. That's code CHIEFS20 for $20 off only at Storage Mart. Offer available at select locations. Restrictions apply. Visit storage-mart.com to rent online today. That's storage-mart.com. Storage Mart is proud to be the official storage provider of Chiefs Kingdom.
Missouri beef farmers and ranchers know whether it's on the gridiron or in the countryside, it takes dedication, commitment, and grit. And their game plan is caring for cattle and conserving the land. Celebrate Missouri beef farmers and ranchers at beefiswhatsfordinner.com. Funded by Missouri Beef Farmers and Ranchers.
Chiefs football is brought to you by Tickets for Less. Enter the Tickets for Less Chiefs VIP contest for your chance to win Chiefs tickets, signed Chiefs merchandise, a stadium tour, and a $100 gift card. Register now at ticketsforless.com/contests.
Chiefs 16, Giants 6. Malik Neighbors came into this week, 25 targets, the most in the NFL. And his 123 catches in his first 17 games, third in NFL history. No yards on 3 targets tonight. Russell Wilson to throw. He's got Scatabo near side, wide open, 30-35, and runs into Jalen Watson and gets up to the 40-yard line, a gain of 20 yards. That looked like a designed check down to Scatabo. 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. 16-6. Kansas City. 8 of 14 is Russell Wilson now. That's 59 yards passing.
I believe it definitely was designed with the rushing attack of Scatabo, trying to get it to him quick in space.
He stays in at running back, 1st and 10 at his own 40. They fake to him. They got a bubble screen set up left side to the tight end. That's Theo Johnson. And he takes a stack of Chiefs, still going. They don't blow the whistle this time, and he gets 11 yards. And 8 yards after contact, dragging about 7 Chiefs with him. And he gets just past midfield. Theo Johnson, second-year tight end out of Penn State.
Guys blocking through the echo of the whistle. We had multiple red hats there, just could not bring down the big tight end.
Into the third quarter, the Chiefs have never beaten the Giants on the road. The only team the Chiefs have never beaten on the road in 66 years. You know what you need.
High school scores and live reports. It's highlights from the bright lights with conversations and more. It's the Prep Zone.
Friday nights from 10 to 11 on OKC Sports Radio 105.3.
At First Security Bank, we understand the pivotal role financial support plays in transforming your business vision into reality. As your trusted community bank, we're committed to providing tailored business loan solutions to fuel your growth. Our team of financial experts stands ready to assist you with unwavering dedication. Visit us at 1541 Northeast 23rd Street or call 405-424-4341 to explore how we can best serve your financial needs. First Security Bank, your partner in progress, member FDIC.
If you could hear Old Spice Fiji Antiperspirant, what would it sound like? First, you'd start with Fiji Antiperspirant's amazing scent of palm trees. Add pure notes of fresh coconut and layer on 24/7 odor and sweat protection. You won't hear any dyes or parabens because with Fiji, you won't have any. So while your regular antiperspirant sounds like this, Old Spice Fiji sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Mitch Holtz is back with Danon Hughes and Josh Klingler. 16 to 6. Mitch Holtz is back with Danon Hughes, Josh Klingler here in the Meadowlands of New Jersey. 16-6 Kansas City. The Chiefs, 32 teams in the NFL. The Chiefs are 1. That leaves 31. They have beaten 30 teams on the road. There's only one they haven't beaten, and they're in a tussle tonight. So Danon Hughes, Josh Klingler, the rest of the Chiefs Kingdom on this Sunday night. It's time for the Chiefs defense and all the Kingdom to put the hammer down. 1st and 10 Giants at the 49 of Kansas City. The Chiefs missed an opportunity on 3rd and 2 near midfield after scoring 10 consecutive points on the 2 drives prior to that. Now the Giants are moving. Cam Scatabo, the outstanding rookie running back out of Arizona State. Before that, Sacramento State. To the short side, left side of Russell Wilson, who's got time. Moving right, chased by Gelati. And now the pass right side is going to be caught, pinned against the sideline. Now a flag is thrown as Leo Chanel tried to go over the back as Wan'Dale Robinson had the catch. And it looked like, so he steps out of bounds before he catches the football. So that would be an illegal touch by Wan'Dale Robinson. But was there another penalty on Leo Chanel? There should be illegal touching.
Illegal touching. Offense number 17. The receiver was first to touch the pass after having been out of bounds. Lost it down at the spot of the snap. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 to be specific. Giant ball at the Kansas City 49. Chiefs lead by 10. We are 7 seconds into the 4th quarter.
That's a great job by the defense. And in the NFL, corners, that's a technique, Mitch, where you can push the wide receiver out of bounds, and he is no longer a viable receiver unless the ball is touched by someone else once it leaves the quarterback's hands. In college football, you just have to reestablish yourself.
Well, that's Leo Chanel defending Wan'Dale Robinson, who's got 14 catches and runs, 4th 4? 2nd and 10, Giants, Russ Wilson in there now with a spread set, 3-2. Now they interchange the tight end and Robinson at the right side of the formation. Chiefs coming after Wilson, quick throw, near side, caught at the 45 in front of Hicks by Malik Neighbors, his first catch of the night, and a gain of 4 yards, and they call it the Bronx cheer. We're in Jersey. Yep. That was kind of a tongue-in-cheek, hey, you finally got Neighbors the football. They tried it in the end zone, but it was intercepted in the first half by Watson.
You also got to recognize 4-down territory here without the services of Graham Gano.
3rd and 6, Giants at the Kansas City 45. Chiefs lead 16-6. Wilson retreating. They push the pocket. Wilson is going deep. Down the right side, it's going to be broken up by Brian Cook, a yard deep in the end zone. And Cook may be injured. And so is the intended Giant receiver. It was a deep middle throw, and Cook is down. His helmet is off. It was Malik Neighbors, and Neighbors is hurt as well. Remember Brian Cook missed the Super Bowl championship run to Super Bowl 58. He got hurt in the game at Green Bay that year in December of 2023.
It looked like Malik Neighbors actually grabbed the helmet of Brian Cook, and he hit his head down on the ground. Malik Neighbors is walking off on his own accord. Brian Cook still down on the field.
Brian Cook injured in the end zone after defending Malik Neighbors on the incompletion. 14:01 to go in the game. Kansas City 16, the Giants 6 on the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network.
Did you make it to the Milky Way?
For over 86 years, GEHA has offered medical and dental benefits designed to meet the unique needs of federal employees and retirees, military retirees and their families. With over 2 million members and growing, GEHA continues to serve those members and families who serve all of us every day. GEHA, your friend in federal since 1937, and the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Chiefs Kingdom, game day is more than football. It's a tradition. And for over 175 years, Morton's Salt has been part of America's flavor story. From backyard grills to game day tailgates, we bring the taste that makes every bite worth cheering for. A shake of Morton's Salt turns good food into game day perfection. Generations of taste. Generations of winning. Morton's Salt. Still pouring, still trusted since 1848.
Dane Hughes here. I've seen a lot of stat lines in my playing days, but these numbers, they caught my attention. Flight by Yingling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and all the crisp, refreshing flavor you want in a light beer. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, so you know it's got some serious history behind it. If you're into stats and taste, you're going to love this beer. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer and the official beer of Dane and Hughes. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
This is Josh Simmons, and you're listening to the Chiefs Radio Network.
14:01 to go in the game. Kansas City 16, the Giants 6. Brian Cook came off the field in his own power. It's a good sign, but, man, he took a shot to the head defending Malik Neighbors in the end zone. The Giants are going to go for it here. The Giants will go for it, and they have the ball at the Kansas City 45 and 4th and 6.
Got to be in a situation here. 14-year vet at quarterback. Hold your water. I see Nick Bolton rotating on the field. It's got to be the last reminder to the defensive front.
Christian Roland Wallace, interception earlier, rotating in at safety now. 4th and 6 Giants. Down by 10. Wilson calls out an audible here and takes the snap. Looking right, and a slant. It is caught for a first down. And a flag on the play. As now the ball comes out late. Wandale Robinson made the catch. The Chiefs have recovered the football at the 30-yard line, pending the penalty. Shamari Connor has the football on a fumble recovery. But a penalty called on the right side at the numbers.
Maybe illegal hands to the face on the bump and run on the outside in the slot.
So a catch for a first down, a fumble recovered by...
Pass interference, defense, number 22. First down at the spot of the foul.
Trent McDuffie for pass interference. That means the ball was in the air, and it was a quick slant.
Yeah.
You rarely see pass interference on a quick slant. Anything that's a hold, but it's going to be a first down for the Giants. at the Kansas City 40-yard line. A 5-yard penalty, and the Giants have a new set of downs. Cam Scatabo in. Walks up to get the change call from Russell Wilson. Chiefs lead by 10. They fake to Scatabo, trying to circle around, and the throw to Scatabo in the near flat as Karlaftis was trying to circle around the block of the left tackle, but it's a pickup of double digits and 12 yards to the Kansas City 28. Drew Tranquill eventually got him, but a big circuitous path to try to get to Wilson doesn't work for George Karlaftis.
And Russell Wilson wants so bad to go to the end zone. Darius Slayton was the receiver in the end zone, takes his check down and gets another first down.
16-6 Kansas City. 1st and 10 Giants at the Chief 28. They fake to Scatabo. Now rolling right is Wilson, and he dumps it off to the tight end, and he's ankle tackled, but he's going to pick up yardage to the 21 to gain 7 yards to Chris Manhertz, the former Panther and Jacksonville Jaguar, Denver Bronco. And now Jackson Dart comes in with 2nd down and 3 at the 21-yard line of Kansas City. And you've got a potential quarterback design run here, Danon.
Yeah.
16-6 Chiefs. 12:40 to go in the game. Scatabo, the running back, left. They got a tight end flanking Jackson Dart, the rookie, to his right. They give it to Scatabo, pushing to the right side across the 15 and down to the 12-yard line. A 9-yard run. Karlaftis grabbed onto Scatabo, but it's Dart stays in the lineup. 1st down and 10 for the Giants at the 12 of Kansas City. 12-12 to go in the game. 16-6 Chiefs.
Got to be concerned about the running ability of Jackson Dart, but still have the discipline of your first responsibility to run game in Scatabo.
Again, they stay with the shotgun, have a tight end left. Scatabo gets it again across the 10, but they grab his legs this time. He gets to the 9. He'll gain 3 yards, and Karlaftis that time went low. Let's go to Josh Klingler.
Our field reports presented by Missouri Tourism. However you vacation, Missouri has you covered, because in Missouri, there's a Mo for every MO. Find yours at visitmo.com. Off to the locker room now for Brian Cook, guys. He was in the blue medical tent getting observation, and now heading to the locker room, head and neck injuries, and he'll be further evaluated.
Russell Wilson now back in at quarterback. 2nd and 7. At the Kansas City 9. Chiefs lead by 10. 11:21 to go in the game. Wilson, short drop, trying to scramble to the right. Throws late, caught at the 5-yard line by Darius Slayton. He's short of a first down at the 6. He gains 3 yards on 2nd and 7. So the Giants will have 3rd and 4. They can get to the 2 and get a first down, and now there's an injured Chief player. An injured Chief. It might be Charles Amenahu. Yes, it is. Amenahu down flat on his back.
It's an opportunity. Obviously, first and foremost, you make sure Charles Amenahu is not seriously injured, but it's an opportunity to reset the defense, catch their breath. Key 3rd down situation here. Likely 4-down territory. You would think for the Giants with their kicker issues.
And with Scatabo, a perfect 4th and short runner. They have been, this drive, Wilson and Jackson Dart taking turns being the quarterback. 3rd and 4 Giants at the 6-yard line of Kansas City. 11:08 to go in the game. Chiefs 16, Giants 6. New York is 1 of 6 on 3rd down. And they came into the game 26th in the league on 3rd down conversion. Scatabo had the touchdown in the first half. He's in the backfield to the right of Wilson. They fake to him. It's an RPO, and Wilson is tackled for a loss. Excellent play to the outside. George Karlaftis did not bite on the RPO fake handoff to Scatabo. It is a loss back to the 7-yard line. They'll say a loss of 1. And they're running the field goal unit on at 16-6. Now, Gano was trying to kick at halftime. And they're going to bring Gano out. This is a short field goal potentially. This would just be a 25-yard attempt by Gano. who is the reason the Chiefs have Harrison Butker. Because Gano beat out Butker in the Carolina camp in 2017. They put Butker on the practice squad. The Chiefs claimed him. Gano's kick is up, and the kick is good. A 25-yard field goal by the injured Graham Gano